We are ready to go from a rockin' Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa, Florida. The Homers. And we have our Homers with us. I'm Joe Tessitore. That's Adam Amin. And this is one of our Homers, Barrett Jones. And as you can see, one of the greats to ever play at Alabama, a national champion many times over. And you will be the Homer with the Alabama slant tonight. Good evening to you, Barrett.
Thanks, Tess. This is awesome, man. These emotions, I just think back to what I was feeling at this time. Just so great for these guys, and a moment they'll remember for the rest of their lives.
Taj Boyd, as you can see, one of the greatest players in Clemson history, will be the Homer side by side with you, Adam, but he's a little busy right now.
He is going to be a part of the opening coin toss, the ceremonial coin toss as we get set here at Raymond James Stadium. He got a chance to talk to Deshaun Watson. He got a chance to dap up some of these guys. He got the chance to run the scout team this week against the Clemson defense.
This is an interesting experience. We did it last year. A lot of people enjoyed it. You have multiple boxes, as you can see. We're in that upper corner here, and you'll be able to see us. We'll split up. I'll be over on the Alabama sideline. You'll be on the Clemson sideline. We also have the tweets going. I know Joe Namath has already tweeted in with a roll tide.
So Twitter is automatically lit, is what the kids would say right now.
Let me put this out there, folks. We're going to give you a lot of access from the sideline. This is not a traditional broadcast. It is called Homers for a reason. There are two great benefits. You're going to get the natural reactions by those embedded with the programs, and you're going to get unlimited field-level access. Those are the two gifts that the Homers deliver to you. We hope you enjoy it as part of the megacast. Joe Tessitore, Adam Amin, Barrett Jones, Taj Boyd, the Homers. Alabama versus Clemson, and you mentioned it, one of our Homers. We will listen in right now. Taj is one of the honorary captains. Here's the coin toss.
Trouble. Hey guys, back up just a little bit so the cameras can look in. We're ready to go. All right, gentlemen, congratulations and welcome to the 2017 College Football Playoff National Championship. Back-to-back appearances by both teams. Extremely impressive. My name's Mike DeFee. I'm your referee today for the Big 12 Conference. This is Robert Richardson. He's your umpire. Here's our coin tonight. This is heads. And this is tails. Clemson, you've been designated to call the toss tonight. What's your call? Heads. It is heads. You want to get there. You want to kick it this way? Put your back to that. That is way, baby. That is way, baby. You feel me?
Clemson won the toss, they deferred. How about that for a coin toss, folks? You look out there, you got Steve Spurrier, you got Peyton Manning, you got Derrick Henry, you got Taj Boyd. This thing is jacked up, my man.
The atmosphere out here is awesome right now. I tell you what, people are hyped up. The crowd's running. It's going to be an awesome night.
So, for those of you just kind of tuning in, this is the Homers broadcast. What we're going to do over the course of the night, and Joe will like this, being a food connoisseur, we're at the dinner table. We're at the bar after dinner. We're sitting there, we're watching the game. We happen to have a couple of friends that played high-level college football.
Yeah, very well.
They're going to give their thoughts and their emotions as the game goes on, and maybe some of their friends will be nice enough to join us. Maybe they played some football at some point in their career. We're sitting at the bar. You're in on the conversation at the bar. So if that's what you're wondering what this night is going to be like with Joe, myself, Barrett, Taj, and our buddies, that's what it's going to be like tonight.
Have a great game.
You guys
enjoy the megacast. I'm going over to Alabama with their former all-every center. I'll leave you and Taj set to do Clemson side of things.
Let's have some fun, man. Let's have some fun.
We're heading over to Bama.
Joe's cutting over to the Bama side with Barrett Jones. Here we are, Clemson sideline. We're going to give you all access on the field tonight. This is something that you don't really get a chance to get walking through over the course of the sideline. Taj Boyd's going to join us momentarily. We're going to see the kickoff in just moments. This is maybe the craziest atmosphere I've ever seen. Just to see both fan bases. You heard maybe Chris Fowler talk about it when they brought ESPN on the air earlier tonight as well. Maybe 60-40 Clemson split. So opening kickoff and a chance for Alabama, one of the most dangerous special teams units in the country. This will be a huge factor over the course of the night tonight. Can Clemson special teams unit, especially their coverage unit, do what they need to do against Alabama's incredibly solid return unit? And remember, they have 15 non-offensive touchdowns this season to lead the country. 11 of them came on defense, 4 in special teams.
You know, it's interesting, Adam, because that was such a big part of defining last year's game. But Clemson, they really tightened up their kick coverage unit. They haven't allowed a kickoff return touchdown this year. So here we go with the 18-year-old true freshman quarterback, Jalen Hurts, only 57 yards. And he's going to open up with a pass that is batted by Christian Wilkins.
Hey, Tess, I was talking to Taj Boyd about this. Remember, we mentioned he was part of the Alabama scout team during Clemson's practices. That's a rule in the NCAA. You can bring former players in to be a part of the practice units. So take me through that process. What was that like, playing Jalen Hurts in practice?
It was unbelievable. Just what you saw there. Christian Wilkins getting them hands up, knocking that ball down. I had to deal with that the whole week. So this defense is going to be ready. They're going to stop. They're going to be ready to bring it all night, just like that.
Are they ever ready? It's already going to be a 3rd and long for Alabama as Bo Scarborough had nowhere to go. Clelin Ferrell has been so fast off the line for Clemson. This Clemson defensive front, if there is any sign of their recruiting, it has been those guys up front in recent years.
Chances to go to other spots, Tess, for those guys, especially off the edges. They had chances to go to different schools, and they opted to stay at Clemson.
Now here's Calvin Ridley, and right away the defensive backfield is quick to get on it.
3 and out is what Taj just said. Actually, that's our handshake tonight as well. A little 3 and out.
And Jalen Hurts is going to have to weather the storm. I mean, this is a different arena for him.
Yeah.
He's played some good defenses in the SEC. Not one as hungry as this Clemson D. We're going to see what the Clemson offense is going to do coming up.
That's exactly what Alabama did not want. You saw the first play, a quick pass, trying to get Jalen some confidence. It was batted down. So not the start we were looking for. Obviously, Jalen's he's really performed well on every big stage this year, but this is a bigger stage than he's ever seen. So we're going to have to settle down and make some plays.
Well, here's a guy who can flip the field, J.K. Scott, as he turns this over, driving Artavis Scott all the way back inside the 20, and good kick coverage. And that may be needed tonight with how good this defense can play.
There's no doubt. J.K. Scott has one of those powerful legs in the country, and he's really made our special teams game, taking it to a whole different level. So that's good, and this is the matchup I want to see right here. The best defense in the country versus probably the best offense in the country. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, I'll tell you, Adam, let's get Taj's perspective here as the Clemson offense comes on the field first.
All right, so they're going to come out here. They're going to start with some short stuff. Just get the rhythm going, get the juices flowing on offense. Once that happens, they're going to open up the playbook wide. I wouldn't be surprised if they take a shot in these first 3 plays, though, honestly.
First down and 10 for the 22. And they'll stay on the ground with Gallman to start. We got the great vision of those seal blocks. Taj is pumped up on a big run down the sideline.
No flag. No flag.
Taj, you know, if they can run the ball tonight, that's going to be critical. If Clemson's able to run the ball, that's a difference in this game.
I expect to see a lot of 2-high safeties. Make Clemson prove they can run the ball. You see right here, you got 2 safeties, 15 yards deep. I expect that to be the game plan. Make him run the ball with 6 in the box. Can we stop the run? That's a huge, huge storyline tonight.
Well, that looked like a design run right there. He was trying to hesitate a little bit, find a gap, couldn't find it, but he's going to have to settle down and get ready.
I expect to see a lot of QB runs tonight. You know, Deshaun had 500 fewer rushing yards throughout the season, but 20 carries in this game last year. I think they want to get that extra guy number-wise. I think that'll be a big part of their game plan tonight.
Here's the second down now as they run the jet motion again. Deshaun, little inside last-second shot. Flag comes down. That was high traffic there, a little dangerous, and we will check on the flag. By the way, we've got a Big 12 crew working this national championship.
Mike Duffier, lead official tonight, Tess.
Here's the call.
This crowd is routing tonight.
Already you're feeling this, right? Hyped up atmosphere. We saw this too. Again, Joe, you talked about this earlier too. They tried to get Jordan Leggett involved a little bit more, and Taj, you saw it over the course of the season. Maybe not as huge until that Louisville game, where he really kind of had the breakout for his season this year.
Well, he's one of Clemson's best kept secrets. He is probably one of the most versatile tight ends in all of college football. I mean, he can get on the edge, he can block, he can get out and run routes against any backer, and they're going to utilize him as much as they can tonight.
Well, they go screen for Artavis Scott on the perimeter and hit hard right at midfield. Cornerback play, very important. And Barrett, I was curious about your thought on this too, because you had to go up against an Alabama defense in practice. You know what the habits are like. So when you see something like this, when you see a quarterback like this, what were you looking at on the offensive side of the ball?
Well, this group right here is one of the best defenses I've ever seen, and so I think they're going to be well prepared tonight. We've talked about it all week. They feel like the underdog. They feel insulted about what happened last year. They feel embarrassed, and so I think they're out here tonight with something to prove. I think they want to be known as the best defense of all time, and they realize that they're going to have a great game tonight if that's going to be the case.
We're going to walk this way. That was a 6-yard run by Wayne Gallman. So already 2 moments of early success for Wayne Gallman. And I don't want to make too much of this, but when you talk about this Alabama defense, even getting positive rushing yards is a big deal. This is an early 3rd down that could set a tone now for Clemson. Adam, take it away.
Yeah. From the 44. Slants, screen, short passes, trying to get Watson in rhythm, and this is going to be huge. Can this Alabama defense, with Averett out on the perimeter, can they shut down Deion Kane and Mike Williams, and they get him shy of the line to gain?
A great tackle there by Anthony Averett, a guy who had to step up when Eddie Jackson went down. Has come in and done a really good job. You know, that's the mentality of this Alabama program. It's next man up, and Anthony Everett's a great example of that this year.
I didn't expect anything less than Clemson to come out here and convert this 4th down. This is a game of momentum. This is a game of who wants it more, and that's what they're trying to prove at this point.
All right, we're settling in here now at the 15-yard line here on a 4th and 1 from the 39. Clemson going for it. What do you expect here?
Bring it down. Quarterback power.
Empty.
Yeah, quarterback run is what I would expect.
Quarterback power, yep.
So they're going to utilize a timeout, and we will take them with it. You can barely hear yourself think here in Tampa. Outrageously entertaining start as Raymond James is roaring. Stay with us. Quick break.
Early 4th down and 1. Clemson's offense going for it in the first quarter. Raymond James Stadium. Homers on ESPN2 right now. Taj Boyd, Adam Amin. On the other side, we've got Joe Tessitore and Barrett Jones. What are you thinking out of break here?
Well, when I was playing, we probably would have brought Artavis in motion, give him a fake quick jet sweep. I come downhill, try to find a gap and just get it. At this point, I think you decide to keep Wayne Gallman in the backfield and just give it to your power guy.
4th down and 1 from the 41-yard line in plus territory.
Let Wayne run it downhill. He's been doing it all season.
They got a little option with Wayne. Hit in the backfield, trying to stay on his feet, and hit shy of the line to gain.
What'd you think of the play call, Taj?
I think at this point in the game of this stature, you got to go out there and leave it all out there. I think that's something that they did. This play has been super successful in practice. We just didn't get a block out on the edge. That's what happens in situations like this.
Huge play by Tony Brown, another guy who stepped up because of his injuries this year. Awesome moment there for Alabama. Really kind of felt like the momentum was with Clemson early, but now we've got great field position with an opportunity to get the offense on track.
You know, guys, we have Tim Tebow here on the sidelines as well. Great to welcome in the Heisman Trophy winner. And again, you played in these games before. How does this atmosphere that you felt on the sideline compare?
It's an awesome atmosphere, but one big question I have is this atmosphere, this moment for Jalen Hurts? They tried to get him going with the quick game on the first play of the game. They need to get him in rhythm. I think they do a quarterback draw, do something to get him into this football game.
I completely agree with Timmy, and they're going to go play action with Hurts as Wilkins is pursuing, and he's going to tuck and run, pick up the first down, and a heck of a lot more to the plus side of the field. We're going to walk down there. Timmy, I agree. That's exactly what they needed to do. Run Hurts.
Well, Tim,
right there. Yeah.
You were one of the more physical quarterbacks in all of college football. Was it important for you to get implemented in the run game early enough to get you going from a passing standpoint?
It wasn't important for me to get in the game plan. It was important for me to hit someone so I got the nerves out. I could feel the way the game was going, and a lot of times I did that physically early in a drive. I would run, hit someone, and then after that, I would just calm down, and then everything would kind of come to me.
Absolutely.
Tess, you see him, they're running with Bo Scarborough after coming off that incredible 180-yard performance last week. You saw it in person. You know how big he's going to be tonight.
Yeah, he's a big key factor here. I'm just checking out what's going on here with the defense with Jeremy Pruitt right behind the bench here as we walk on. And they were doing a little equipment change with Reuben Foster. All right, Tigger, let's go down this way here as Pruitt has gathered the troops. Looks like they were tightening up the chin strap of Reuben Foster, the Butkus Award winner.
Well, I'll tell you what, Barrett, they just out here just making calls. I don't know what's going on, but the refs are started already. I can see it already.
Taj isn't happy right now with that call.
Well, I disagree, Taj. I think if you watch what happened there, clearly his hand came right into the face.
How do you guard that? Hand to the face.
No, so Cleveland Farrell goes high and goes up top. Barrett's laughing right now, I feel like. Come on, Taj. He goes a little high and goes up top. How you feeling right now? When you're the quarterback, you go, come on, that's clean.
Well, look,
but how would you feel if that was you? I got to ask.
I'm Jalen Hurts. I'm catching the break of this game. It's all about the
make or break. It's all fun and games until somebody gets hurt, man.
Oh, my gosh, bro.
All right, so here's your first down at the 20-yard line with Jalen Hurts out of the gun. Flag is down as he looks to extend the play. Catch that. Oh, come on, Jones. You got better hands than that. You could have gone up and got that. What was your vertical?
You know what would have happened? Boyd would have gotten it.
Absolutely, one hand.
Get two hands on it.
Nuke Hopkins.
I don't know. I think you had a shot at that. You tell me you couldn't have gotten up and got that.
I should have caught it. It's on me.
Barrett Jones.
That was my moment. You know, you only have one moment in life.
That's why you were a center and not a tight end right there.
That's my moment.
Tess, like we talked about, we're sitting at the bar, we're watching the game, so how are we feeling early? I was curious about Barrett Jones' kind of thoughts right now. I'm just kind of curious where your head's at watching this offense.
I'll be honest, I have a little bit of anxiety. You know, Alabama fans are not used to having unknown things, but there's a lot of unknowns. But I'm feeling a lot better right now, Adam.
Oh, Scarborough, big bow into the end zone. Ball came loose at the end there, but it's a touchdown. Alabama, how you like that?
Right now, let's go.
Look, we got to weather the storm now. That's something that we didn't want to happen on the Clemson defense.
Baby.
They're going to get in the end zone sooner or later, but better believe that Clemson offense is coming back full loaded. Full guns out.
And what did my guy Taj Boyd tell you, though? He said he's going to try to keep everybody calm, even though the touchdown was just blasted in by Bo.
He's in, baby.
Chill.
That's a touchdown.
Adam, you that guy every time.
I've got a bruised right pectoral thanks to him punching me on the goal line, but that's a touchdown.
A lot of passion down here right now, Tess. A lot of passion, a lot of excitement. We came out sloppy the first drive, but hey, what a response by Alabama right there after a big fourth down stop. A little bit risky by Clemson to stop that, to go for it there.
I'll tell you, I got to be honest with you. I think the first play of that drive of just having Hurts settle down and run the ball for a big gainer was critical. Defense came up big, 4th and 1 stop, and then the offense gained a little bit of momentum, and Bo Scarborough picks up right where he left off. Last week, the superstar in Atlanta to carry the day offensively, and he's the first one to get on the board here, tied up 7-zip early in the College Football Playoff National Championship game. Welcome back to the homers here. These are our homers way over here on your screen. This is my homer, Barrett Jones, one of the great offensive linemen to ever play at Alabama. Right above me up here in this box right there is Adam. Got me thinking.
It was going to happen once at least tonight, my man.
And Taj Boyd.
Kid look good in that picture right there, man.
You do look good in that picture right there.
I look kind of sloppy.
Taj Boyd and Barrett Jones are our homers. So if you're sitting back listening and saying, I can't believe how biased these commentators are, that's why. That's the point. Alabama strikes first.
I had a bunch of tweets last year after this thing and said, man, these announcers are terrible. They're so biased. Yeah, that's the point.
The concept, I think we got to drill the concept in, right? We got to drill the concept home. But again, we're kind of pulling the curtain back with Taj and Barrett, their perspectives. We're right next to the Clemson bench right now as they're getting the riot act a little bit from Brent Venables and the defense after that drive.
One thing that struck me on that first drive, Adam, is that's the first time all year Bo Scarborough has actually started the game. Damian Harris is normally the first back in the game, so you immediately see that's going to be a big change this game. I'm sure that's something Sark wanted to do, was start Bo. So Bo is hot right now, kind of riding the hot hand. And so
they fake the reverse on the kickoff, and it works out well as Scott takes it all the way out towards
that's what we needed. That's that momentum shift right there. That's the things that happen in the game.
Teams juice here.
Absolutely. And I listened to Jeff Scott talk right before they walked out to the field. He addressed the offense.
Let's come this way, guys.
He said, all we have to do is be who we are. We're good enough. We're more than good enough. That's what this Clemson offense is going to do in this next drive.
The flag is down. We'll check on that.
Barrett, I'm telling you, if it's a flag. Oh, my God. Barrett, I'll tell you what. I don't know who paying them. Midland Lee must be.
Taj, you guys need to play a clean game, man. I don't know what you're complaining
I feel like
about.
Booby Miles. Who paying you?
These are Big 12 refs, man. They're neutral.
Midland Lee. They're from Midland Lee.
Solid Friday Night Lights reference, though, early in the broadcast. That's what I was hoping for. You know what I'm saying? Got to kind of take it down to this end for us here on the Clemson sideline with Taj Boyd. And getting a look at the penalty here. Taj getting a little love, too.
It's
also mentioned that. Your Clemson family right now. So we're going to get a chance to see it from this end of things, too.
Well, you guys are right in front of it. We're down here watching from the perspective of the Alabama defense. First down for Deshaun Watson as they run jet motion with Scott, and he is tracked down right away. Good pursuit up there.
Yeah, Barrett, I'll tell you what surprised me about this defense is how they can get from coast to coast as quick as they can.
I'll tell you what, Minka Fitzpatrick right there, he's a guy that started at cornerback this year. When Eddie Jackson got hurt, moved him back to safety. He's really flourished in that role. Has come on as a huge leader for this football team. So, these guys got a lot of speed. They're flying around right now making plays.
Test second down and 10 for the 29 now for Clemson. Trying to respond after a strike from Bo Scarborough and a quick strike over the middle here.
Absolutely. Got to get Jordan Leggett greased up. Got to get him juiced up because he's going to have to do something special out here with these one-on-one matchups with these linebackers.
We talked about it because Leggett wasn't a huge factor early in the season. Then the Louisville game comes in, has the big touchdown in that game. That kind of gets his season going.
Absolutely. And you think about how many weapons they have out there. Raymond McLeod, Deion Kane, Mike Williams, Octavius Scott, Jordan Leggett, Wayne Gallman. Sometimes too much is too much, if you get what I'm saying.
Third down and 2.
I remember what happened in short yardage last time.
Yep. On the slant, trying to get it past the sticks. Big first down completion. You're going to see a lot of this guy over the course of the day. Mike Will. We call him Mike Will because he made it.
Mike Will made it.
Mike Williams makes the first down. Now, when do you expect something a little deeper? Because we've seen how well Deshaun Watson, his numbers are great going deep over the top.
Look, all they're waiting for right now is the one-on-one matchup outside with a one-high safety. Mike knows coming into this game that he's going to take some big shots because this is a very physical Alabama secondary.
Yeah, Taj, from this angle, man, we can just see how deep those two safeties are. I think that's going to be the game plan from Alabama. And you got two guys about 15 yards deep.
Right.
So
why would you not? You don't want to put Mike Williams matched up one-on-one with somebody else.
Well, when you got the horses we do up front, you can stop the run with 6. Why not keep 2 deep?
Can you stop the run? We're going to find out. It's long.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that's the whole key to the game, right? Is to try to run enough where you pull him out of the 2-deep look. Yeah. And then Mike Williams can play a factor.
No doubt.
And Barrett, correct me if I'm wrong, but this Alabama D-line is really good, but they don't have as much depth as they had last year. Clemson is going to have to find a way to sustain 14, 15-play drives. Deshaun got a quick scamper for 4 or 5 yards.
You're right, Taj. They don't have quite as much depth, but probably a better group all around, in my opinion. Yeah. So I don't think it's really going to hurt us. These guys are they're still, in my opinion, the best unit in the country.
One of the top defenses, top-ranked defense, scoring defense, best against deep plays over the course of the year, best total defense, all the numbers in Alabama's favor, plus the 11 defensive touchdowns that they racked up this season. Big third down and 4, Tess.
Huge third.
Here's Watson. 3rd and 4. Downfield he goes. And it is incomplete as he was looking for Deion Kane. And it'll be 4th down.
That's not what we wanted right there. 3rd and 4. Matchup, he was looking for the back shoulder. Give Deion Kane a chance. But Deion is not your back shoulder guy as much as Mike Williams is. And with Mike Williams sitting on the sideline a little bit, we have to figure out what's going on with him.
What's the difference? Why is one guy? What's better for one guy to be a back shoulder guy? What's different from the other?
I think that Deion Kane is a great speed guy. Really quick, can accelerate. But Mike Williams has the catch radius. Anybody else in the NFL, he can get out there, he can play basketball, he can jump. That's what makes him special out there.
This is interesting that it's Garrick Dieter that is on punt return now as he calls for the fair catch at the 16. Remember, that was a point of concern after last week's game against Washington. So Dieter out there making the decisions on punt return. Stay with us. More to come here on Homers. There's Adam and Taj right up there in that box, right here in this box. Barrett and Joe, as we are now right here at the line of scrimmage on Homers, part of the megacast, as Alabama takes possession after the Clemson offense failed on that downfield strike on 3rd down.
So far, Joe, this game has played out a lot like last year's game. An early big run by Bo, just like last year, an early big run by Derek. So hopefully we're in for a good one.
They're going to put Dieter in motion and run Scarborough. And he is initially met and then wrapped up after a minimal gain.
He's a physical player. Them boys going to have to keep bringing it the whole night. Make him feel something that he haven't felt all season.
A little bit of tempo here.
No doubt.
Right to the line, ready to snap again on 2nd and 8.
Joe, there's more tempo to this Alabama offense than there has been in the last 5 years.
Here's Scarborough in space as he's able to get it out to the 25-yard line.
Joe, I was thinking about that with Barrett because we're looking at some of the numbers. The no-huddle percentage way up with Jalen Hurts this year. The quarterback rush yards per game, obviously, way up this year. So how different is it, Barrett, from what you remember playing in national championship games? How different is it from what you're seeing this year?
Oh, it's much different. And I'll be honest, a lot of the Bama faithful thought Coach Saban was absolutely crazy when he hired Lane Kiffin. But you know what? It's really worked out. He's brought a new system. Obviously, we don't have Lane anymore, but still kind of that similar system with that hurry-up, no-huddle. We didn't like that at the time, but you know what? Coach Saban, he's never afraid to adapt. And that's what makes him great.
First down, Alabama.
That's a man right there, number 9, Taj. You don't want to be part of that.
I hear you over there, man. I'm just over here just soaking it in,
Such a big-bodied back. They're going 2 tights to the far side from us, and now they motion Henches to balance off that 12 personnel. And here comes Howard in motion to the near side. Play action. Here's a chance for Hurts. Throw back to Bo. He slipped and it was thrown to the inside of him. Now that's one of those play calls where you have the opportunity to get Jalen Hurts comfortable, and yet they failed at it.
Yeah, I wonder if the turf has something to do with that. We talked, it's a new turf field out here. They put a whole new turf down after the Outback Bowl. And I have seen a few guys slipping in warm-up. So
he was still got tackled for a game.
I'm not making excuses.
He got tackled for a loss of 4, Barrett. I'm telling you.
We'll never know, Taj.
Sprint near side now on 2nd and 10 as he throws it a little to the inside and low for Darius Stewart. So now it's going to be 3rd and 10. And Taj, this is one of those spots where those fast defensive ends for Clemson can have their way.
Absolutely. And you look at what's going on with Jalen Hurts right now. He's not in the rhythm. He's not comfortable. This is where the differentiator is between Lane Kiffin and Steve Sarkisian. Can Steve Sark go out there and calm him down the way Lane Kiffin would have been able to?
Alabama's got to do a better job of staying on schedule. We haven't done that well so far. This is not really Jalen's comfort zone, 3rd and 10. We've got to stay on schedule, get those 3rd down and manageables.
Huge to try to get off the field for this defense for Clemson. 3rd and 10 from the 28-yard line, and they'll keep it on the ground, trying to pick it up, pounding ahead for the 1st down.
I don't even know what that is. I don't know what kind of.
That's Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs, and this is the 3rd-string running back, essentially, for Alabama behind Harris and Scarborough this year. That's a bit of a change of pace on 3rd and long to go there.
That's not a Clemson defense, I know, Barrett.
I'll be honest, that was almost just a field position play there, I think, from Sark. You always have to when it works out, but right there you just want to stay out of big problems, don't want to make any early mistakes. You hand the ball off and you get a free 1st down.
Josh Jacobs picks up the 1st down on 3rd and 10. Design quarterback run now, and they were staying there to meet him.
Jalen Hurts on the run.
Close the front door where he's walking in.
Now, you ran this scout team again. I know we've talked about this a little bit. So what kind of take us inside the Alabama game plan from a Clemson perspective?
We do a lot of quarterback power, a lot of quarterback counters, plenty of play action, which is why if the run game flourishes, it makes it that much harder on Clemson's defense to be able to prepare for the pass.
Now, Taj, what I heard is that you were pretending to be Jalen Hurts this week, and you actually pulled a hamstring.
I did pull a hamstring. That was a fact.
Another quarterback run on 2nd and 11. He's a strong runner, the freshman.
A lot bigger than I anticipated.
I'm just not sure you're quite the athlete Jalen is anymore.
Hey, look, I still got some juice left, man.
Maybe at one point, but that's why you pulled that hamstring.
One of the one-on-ones
used to be, buddy.
One of the one-on-ones coming for these 2 guys, just out of curiosity.
Exactly.
Hey, I'm ready. Bring it.
When's that going down?
Year 2. I'm holding no punches.
Oklahoma drill at halftime here.
Hey, how'd you pull your hamstring, Taj? What kind of play were you running?
Man, you know what? It was a quarterback power. I broke it down one way, tried to cut back the other, hit the hole, had a wide open gap, pulled it at about 18 yards.
That explains why Clemson wasn't prepared for that, because they got a guy running who has a bum hamstring.
Can he get it on 3rd and 3? Yes. Jalen Hurts tucks and goes past midfield to keep this drive alive.
Holding call on the left tackle, I think.
We'll see if it is indeed, if this will be coming back. You felt like you saw it?
I did. I think it was a holding call. They got us. Probably a pretty good call, unfortunately. See, Taj, I'm trying to be unbiased here. It was probably a pretty good.
Your quarterback's just not going to throw the football the entire
call.
game. That's fine, I guess.
Holding. Offense on the left tackle. Put the runner at the point of attack. 10-yard penalty. Replay 3rd down.
It's actually on the tight end
yeah,
there.
It's a Henches that got called for that holding.
He did a great job of stepping up in the pocket, though, feeling the pressure and evading.
84.
What's that ridiculous stat in your career at Alabama? You had less than a handful of how many holding calls in your?
I think I had 2.
2 in your entire career.
You know the secret to that?
You got to play in center.
You got to buddy up with the refs.
Yeah, right. That too.
I go over, put my arm around the ref, just kind of have a good talk with him before the game.
So here's 3rd and 13. From a manageable 3rd and 3 to now a 3rd and 13. Remember, they wanted to stay ahead of the chains. They don't want the freshman in an obvious passing situation. Hurts. Batted and falls innocuously to the turf, but they will be punting.
You got
as
one of the
Brian
most athletic defensive lines in all of college football. Christian Wilkins can jump 36 in the vertical. Cleveland Farrell can get up there just as well. I mean, these guys are going to have hands up all night. They're 6'5", 6'6". They're just athletic guys out there.
You guys have talked about it, Barrett. And again, the ends on this team are ridiculous, especially Farrell with how really disruptive he was against Ohio State. I mean, you watch some of the tape of that. Why is he scary? Why is he fast?
Well, they are. That's probably their best players in the defensive line. But why I feel good about that is because our 2 best players in the offensive line are our 2 tackles. Obviously, you have Cam Robinson, who won the Outland Trophy this year.
With me.
They blocked it. Blocked it.
Got a hand on it.
It still goes ahead inside the 40.
Still a good field position. Hey, well, how much does this feel like a field position game right now, Todd?
That's exactly what it is.
Huge to get the penetration on it right there. 2.5 to go. Opening quarter, 7-0 Alabama on top. And good field position coming up for the Tiger offense when you come back. Homers on ESPN2.
Joe Tessitore, Adam Amin, Taj Boyd, Barrett Jones here on the Homers as you see the Free down in Tuscaloosa and the Esso Club in Clemson. 2 of the iconic watering holes among the fans back home between Clemson and Alabama. You would know nothing about the Free.
No, all the players steered clear there. It's just inviting trouble. Got to stay away from that.
What does Taj know about the Esso Club? I'm curious.
A little bit.
Taj has never paid for a drink at the Esso Club. Never.
I don't think he'll have to much for anytime soon, by the way, Tess.
Here's Watson now. As Clemson is back to business, he is going to tuck it himself and muscle his way out past the 40-yard line. Taj, how'd you like that partially blocked punt moments ago?
Solid. Tanner Muse is one of the young guys on the roster. Doesn't get a lot of love, but he's a special teams war daddy. Lays his body out there for the rest of the guys around him. That's what you need when you have guys like out there like that.
When we talked about it going into break, it feels like a field position game as Watson's back to throw. Here's the first deep shot. And overthrown a little bit. Looking downfield for Deion Cade.
Let's take a visit with 2 of our friends here on the Homers. Reese, early impressions, what you got, my man?
What do you say?
Early impressions.
Got to be able to hear the question to be able to answer it.
That's why I'm doing NASCAR with these on.
I think I expected it to be a little bit testy just because of some of the ways that the vibe that you got from the players leading in. Well, I've already had 3 personal foul penalties. I think Alabama's done a really good job of trying to get Jalen Hurts comfortable. He's got a couple of passes knocked down, run it well. I want to see Clemson take more shots on early downs.
Oh, there was a mishandle of the snap. And Bama comes out with the ball. That's Ryan Anderson coming out with the ball right there.
Let's go.
And it is Alabama ball.
Wreaking havoc in the backfield.
As Watson mishandled the shotgun snap, the ball was laying on the ground. And Ryan Anderson, who had the pick 6 last week against Washington, comes up with the fumble recovery here. I'd be remiss if I didn't get Davidson. I'll turn to this side of David Pollock. What you got, Pollock?
Well, I like what Sark done with Jalen so far, getting the ball out of his hands super quick. Oh, Ryan Anderson got the belt. That's big news. Ryan Anderson's got the
ball out belt.
Heavyweight championship belt, but getting the ball out of his hands, making him feel comfortable. Good start for Sark.
Guys, enjoy it. We'll visit with you maybe a little later on.
Great field position here.
We talked about it, guys. Field position game. 1st and 10 for Alabama at the 35, and flags come flying in.
You know, Adam, that's one thing this Alabama team has not done well this year is they've had a lot of penalties, you know, in opportune times, putting them behind the sticks. And there's just been some unclean moments, particularly along this offensive line.
5-yard penalty.
We pride ourselves in
down.
not having penalties, particularly false start penalties, and unforced errors. That's just really frustrating.
I'm always
Just
curious.
can't serve it up like that.
Yeah.
If you want to slay mighty Bama, you can't serve it up like that on a short field.
Tess, again, you get thrown back into 1st and 15. You talked about it on the last drive. You can't be behind the chains. From the 40 and on the ground, Scarborough. Nothing to the left.
Nothing.
Our right guard, Corin Curvin, is struggling a little bit early. You see Watkins there making a big play on him, but that's been a weak point of our offensive line all year, and you see not able to cut him off on the backside. You know, those outside zone plays, the backside is just as important as the front side. If you see right there, that guy comes out from the backside and makes the play.
Talk a lot about the edge guys, the inside guys made it happen there. 2nd and 17, rifle shot, looking to the sideline and incomplete.
And this is one of the things we talked about a lot this week. You do not, if you're a Bama supporter, you do not want situations that fall on Jalen Hurts' shoulders in obvious passing situations. As opportunistic as this defense is, and with what they served up and handed to their offense, yet here we are with a 3rd and 17 from the 42 all of a sudden.
It's very frustrating. You want to stay in 3rd and manageable if you're Alabama, and we're not doing a good job of that. You see a penalty there, just giving up 5 yards and then a negative play, and here Clemson brings a 0 blitz.
And here comes pressure, and Hurts has to unload it and just throws it away into the bench.
That's what Clemson needs to do.
To be a missed opportunity is incredible.
When you look at the situation with this Alabama offense, they won't be able to do much. It's all going to come down to Clemson's shoulder if they take care of the football. Not putting Alabama in a situation to be successful. That's what it's all about right now.
JK has really been working to improve at lately is his punting inside the 20, pinning guys deep. You know, got a huge leg. His freshman year had probably too many touchbacks. Kind of one thing he talked about was getting better at is pinning guys inside the 20. So we'll see.
Well, let's see. Let's walk and see if he can get a pin punt here.
Yeah,
let's see if he gets an inside the 10 here as J.K. Scott punching away, and he flat-foots it instead of the reverse rotation, so he skies it, and they may get it. It bounces at the 1.
Wow.
What a coverage effort. I'm sitting right here at the 1-yard line where they were able to pull it on. I think that was Shaheem. Incredible special teams coverage.
And he put that in there like a sand wedge. Just landed and took that perfect backspin.
That was perfectly placed.
That was Levi Wallace.
Levi Wallace came in right at the 1.
That was
I don't know how
awesome
you do
stuff.
it better than that. I don't know how you do it better.
Hey, I told you you've been working on it. Obviously, the hard work's paying off.
All right, Taj, so here we are. They're right in front of us.
Yeah.
Half yard, forget the 1. They're at the half-yard line. Where's your head at right now? What do you got to be? Where does your head have to be right now?
We just need some space, man.
Space.
Because at this point, especially how stingy this Alabama defense is, you don't want to give them any room to make a play.
You better get out of that shotgun, Taj. You better be careful, man.
Look, we don't go in the center.
Ruling on the field.
I don't know what to tell you.
The ball was down short of the goal line. That plays under further review.
Well, this is 19 yards of field position you're talking about, man.
Absolutely. This is huge.
So they're going to have an official review. And the one thing I would say when you watch this is don't worry about the player's foot. Remember, this is not the NFL.
Right.
Just worry about the ball breaking the plane as Wallace comes in and secures that inside the 1-yard line. Here's the pylon cam. And watch the ball. Don't worry about the player there.
You think this is going to be confirmed, Tess?
I do. I think the play on the field will be confirmed right there. I got to tell you right now, J.K. Scott was masterful with that punt. That is literally as good as you can do it right there.
It's probably, honestly, a little better than he wanted to do it. I think those punters
cutting it
aim for the 5.
That is.
After review,
that's pretty
the
good.
ruling on the field is confirmed. Short of the goal line, first down.
All right, now this is the hole for Clemson.
Gut check time.
I mean, Tosh, you know what that defensive line right now, they are ready to fire off and get after
right
you.
now. But I tell you what, if I'm the OC and I'm back there, I'm trying to throw that thing 99.
You're going 99 right now. Hey, Alabama knows what that's about. Barrett, you've known what that's about too. You've seen a 99-yarder.
Coming down in the box. He's coming down to support.
I have seen that, but hey, watch for the hard count here. Every offensive line I've ever been a part of always has a hard count here because
you smell safety.
I smell safety.
Rotating weak.
Gallman trying to get some cushion and power ahead for a few.
Absolutely.
Deron Payne just absolutely destroyed one of the guards, but thankfully they got to the end zone.
Deron Payne literally lifted the man opposite him and threw him into the end zone.
Big man.
Right
They always say score with your feet. He scored with his feet right there.
That was a big dude, admittedly.
We're right here on the line of scrimmage. You guys on the opposite line of scrimmage?
Yeah, we're right across from you,
All
man.
right, we got Mike Williams right in front of us. I wouldn't be surprised if they take a shot right here.
Absolutely.
This is the
He's
spot.
matched up with Averett right here.
Flag
is down.
They went blitz off the edge. I think it might be offsides here,
offside
Tess.
by Ryan Anderson.
Looked like Anderson was coming in off the blitz on the edge. Big for field position. 5 yards goes a long way this deep in your own territory.
Almost some nerves there by Alabama, some uncharacteristic things
Yes.
happening. That's just frustrating. Something you haven't seen this defense do a lot. They've really stayed penalty free all year, and that's just an unforced error.
5 yards will go a long way. Let's see what happens.
Offside. Defense. Number 22. In the neutral zone with the snap.
Huge.
5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay second down.
Goes a long way, Taj. It goes 5 yards.
Goes a long way. Like going to McDonald's and getting 5 cheeseburgers with $5.12.
I feel like that's... Have you done that test, the 5 cheeseburgers in one sitting? I don't know. I can't imagine you doing it.
Unless there's prosciutto and melted mozzarella involved, that ain't happening, bro. Here we go. 2nd and 2.
Stacked.
He was stacked and sent back. I want to see where was the forward progress on that look to you, Adam?
I thought it was maybe a half yard. I don't think it was going to be a whole lot more, in all honesty. We're going to move down and get a little better view of it right.
Look at the Sean Hand just throwing back. And then Ryan Anderson, a little something at the end there.
Foster was in on that too.
That's the end of the first quarter.
How you feel about that first quarter, Jones?
I feel like it was an overall good quarter. Slow start on the first drive. Came back, had a huge drive there, forced a turnover. Excited about our start.
I think you owe Bo Scarborough a big thank you right there.
Feed both.
I think it was choppy, and then Scarborough gets on the board. 7-zip right here on Homers.
Back on ESPN2, Homers with Taj Boyd, Adam Amin. On the other side, Joe Tessitore, Barrett Jones. Only 46 total yards from your boys on offense in the first quarter. What do you need to see? Big 3rd and 1 at their own 10.
We just got to get the momentum going. Right now, it's all with Alabama. It was all Alabama wanted on defense last week. So they got to take this one, find a way to get the edge going, and just take it from there.
This is a big one right here, guys, in terms of field position. If they don't convert here, they'll be punting from 4 yards in. 3rd and 1, Deshaun Watson and the Clemson Tigers from their own 10. They're near side hash right in front of us right now.
Try to do it on the ground. We've seen this just to stay on the field. That is huge. We've leaned on him. Gallman, you've talked about it. We've leaned on him. Clemson has all year.
Got to. You got to stick with the horse right there. Wayne Gallman is one of those backs that rarely takes a tackle for a loss. He's going to fall for it with whatever he do. So you got to put him in position to make plays like that.
So Watson and Gallman with a fresh set of downs now. As Watson is going to throw low but complete that time as he was able to find Hunter Renfrow on the first down completion.
Hunter Renfrow coming back from injury this year. What do you like about Hunter?
Hunter's one of the more sure-handed players on this roster. Very competitive, very reserved, not the biggest guy in the world, but he competes. And when you see what he did against Alabama last year, you know that he's going to be looked at as one of those premier guys in this roster today. So again, I think that Deion Kane is going to have to step up in a major way today.
Those big 2 tests was 5 yards. They've been averaging 2.5 per play in the first.
They just motioned Gallman to the slot on the near side here, so they're going empty as Watson checks at the line here on 2nd and 5. Now he motions back on the jet motion, takes the handoff, and cuts back. How close is he there, Adam?
We get a look right here on the sideline. I thought he had it. Needed the 24. Got him working a little bit further down. It looked like he had enough, and he does.
Yep, he's got it.
Taj, one thing I've been impressed with about Clemson's offense is just how many different formations and looks they can run that quarterback power of, and how many plays they kind of have off of that play. Is that kind of a core play in y'all's offense?
Absolutely. Look, quarterback being able to run the football is very effective and very important in this type of offense. Now they're on the quarterback draw, exactly off that look.
That had no chance against Tomlinson.
We draw it up a little bit better than that, but you look at the situation. And at some point, they're going to run and they're going to do a pop pass, or they're going to step up and act like it's quarterback power and take a shot deep. It just comes with the territory. So it's just waiting their turn.
I was curious, how many times do you think you run something like that before, all right, now it's time to take the shot?
Probably about 6 or 7 until you see that safety start to creep down in the box.
Gotcha.
Second down and 11 now.
You're going to have to gain more than 2.5 yards to play if you want the safeties to creep down in the box, Tash.
Right back to the ground, trying to keep it to Deshaun Watson. Third down about 9 here. Again, getting behind the chains. A lot of these field position battles that we talk about with tough teams like this on defense.
Yeah, so far we've been able to eliminate the big plays. One thing that's tough against Alabama, it's really tough to drive the length of the field. Right here, they're trying to drive 99 yards, and quite frankly, if that happens, I'll eat my shirt because.
And I've seen him do it. I have seen it happen, everybody.
What flavor do you think that shirt is? 3rd and 9.
Safety's up.
Play clock down to 5.
This is what these pass rushers live for, man.
Boy,
He wants that ball. Play clock running down. He's going to have to use a timeout. That'll be Clemson's second timeout. And you can see the frustration as Watson motioning to Jay Guillermo there.
That's what you don't want to see. You don't want to see the emotions from a quarterback start to weigh out like that.
By the way, John Tellich's tweet right now, leader in the clubhouse. I love the comment on the way Boyd is holding the mic.
Teach me how to say mozzarella next time, man.
To support a public school classroom.
Here we are right here. Joe Tessitore and Barrett Jones. Down there, Adam Amin, Taj Boyd. They are our homers, 2 legends from Alabama and Clemson, broadcasting the game with total field level access. Speaking of access, man, your mom and girlfriend have unbelievable seats right here.
They have good seats. You know, they have some connections.
Here we go.
Connections.
3rd down and 8 for Clemson. This started at the 1-yard line. Deshaun Watson motioning how to use a timeout. Watson back to pass, has time, but far to the outside of Leggett, and they will be punting away.
Something I saw right there that I saw a lot last year was Rashaan Evans spying Deshaun Watson. Look at it, number 32. He's sitting there spying Deshaun Watson, making sure he doesn't take off for that big play.
Why is it so hard? Why is it so hard right now?
Oh, man, this is not anybody getting open right now, to be honest. It's just locked down out there. They're doing a great job in the secondary of matching up one-on-one. You got to find a way to get some separation. You have to mix it up a little bit. And golly, just got to get something going, man.
You just talked to Andy Teasdale a moment ago. What were you talking to him about?
We were just talking about the rhythm, just the momentum. I was trying to figure out what was going on over there, how the mindset was. He said it's a little sluggish, but it's going to get back on track.
That is an ugly-looking thing, but it takes a good bounce. He's got that slow-rolling rugby style, but fortunate that it takes a bounce, so they are able to flip the field. Remember, they were pinned at the 1-yard line. Got a little bit of breathing room. More homers, Megacast, when we return. With the Jones family behind us. You're getting rave reviews from this section. Who we got up there?
These are my biggest fan club right here. We've got my mom, my girlfriend, my brother, his wife, and my other brother and his fiance. So we got the whole crew. My dad's up there too. Got him some pretty good tickets. Wanted him to see this game, so should be a lot of fun. Always fun having your biggest fans down the field to give you some encouragement.
They're having a great time.
That's cool, Tess. But we got a lot of love over here on this side.
What are you doing, Adam?
We got Taj Boyd's people right here too.
Oh, look at that, guys.
We got a Seminole in here. We don't want that in there.
No Florida State, no random Florida State fan gets to come in.
USA. I don't even know what's going on. They're rooting for no team.
I don't know why Taj Boyd gets the USA. I mean, he is a proud American, but I didn't.
Absolutely.
You know, I'll tell you something right now. If you told me moments ago, as a Clemson supporter, that Bama would be starting at the 26, I'd be shocked, knowing after they were pinned there.
How about this? Ardarius Stewart on the reverse.
Able to get loose a little bit, too, out to midfield. Hey, that was great leg drive at the end there.
That was a great leg drive. Great timing for that play. That play requires a lot of timing. You got to have it all synced up properly, and when you do, it's really, really tough to stop.
Taj had a really interesting reaction to what he just saw.
I mean, it's difficult, but it's not that difficult. You feel what I'm saying? Hey, look, they can't throw the football, bro, and I can't believe that we're just not stacking the box up, trying to go just 6 in the box, bro. 7 in the box. Kill it. Make these guys throw on the outside because Jalen Hurts hasn't proved that he can do it tonight. And until that point, I would make him show me that he can throw the football effectively.
Those are grown men up there, Taj. Man, you can't just put extra people in the box and expect to stop the run that easily.
Here's Calvin Ridley on the receiver screen with a good block from Ardarius Stewart.
Great job by Ardarius Stewart. Great job by Calvin Ridley to set up that block. Again, something that's definitely practiced. Try to get that outside shoulder, get around the edge right there. Perfect timing.
Now all of a sudden Bama is piecing together a drive here in the second quarter. As remember, Steve Sarkisian calling plays after Lane Kiffin exited after the playoff game.
At some point they're going to take a shot.
And here's another receiver screen, but this time it was well defended.
I'm feeling my man's frustration levels right now. I'm feeling it. Standing next to Taj.
Well, Taj is getting quiet right now.
Bad vibes coming off from you right now.
No, you're getting quiet right now.
I can sense it. I mean, like it's palpable. It's a feel. I can sense that there is a little bit of nerve.
Where's all that early swag you had, Taj? Come on, man.
It's just underneath a little bit.
I got a lot of football left.
Here's 2nd down and 8. As they will run, Bo Scarborough untouched. Here he goes right past us and right in. And Barrett's loving it. He's going to give him some love on the back end right here. Bo Scarborough has done it again.
Feed Bo! Let's go!
Yeah, Adam.
Feed that man.
They're literally just running.
Dominating block right there by the Outland Trophy winner, Cam Robinson. Just absolutely mauled those quicker, smaller defensive ends from Clemson. Mauled that guy. Opened up a huge lane for Bo. And right now, there is no one on this Clemson defense that can tackle Bo Scarborough one-on-one the way he is running the ball right now. He's got a lot of confidence.
Inside zone, outside zone, zone. Come on, man. We got to do something on D.
Over 100 rushing yards tonight for Alabama.
37-yard touchdown run by Bo Scarborough. I mean, this is a late blossoming star in the making with what we saw in Atlanta and what we're seeing in this first half here. He looks unstoppable.
He's absolutely unstoppable right now. I'll tell you what, that stiff arm, just a strong kid, obviously has dealt with a lot of injuries. As you see there, the block by Cam Robinson opened up that huge hole right there. Man, that was just an excellent run, and you really can't bring this guy down with one guy. You have to have a whole squad of guys because when he gets in the open field, he is electric.
I'll tell you, Calvin Ridley did a nice job blocking downfield, as well did Pierce Baker. It was blocked well. He was untouched. Dabo Sweeney knew it right away. Listen, I don't want to make too much of this because last year it became a wild second half. But 14-zip right now, the way this defense is playing, there's a little bit of a danger zone for Clemson.
It does. It feels like a lot, man. Our defense is playing very well right now. You see, it's a different defense than last year. Much different defense.
They got to put something together.
What do you need? What do you need right now, man? What do you need right now? Any points?
You still believe, Taj? You believe?
Absolutely.
Here's Artavis Scott right in front of us from the 2-yard line. As he is on the return, they could use a good return. Instead, the coverage unit was quick to meet him just short of the 25-yard line, so that sensational Bama defense will be on the field again as Deshaun Watson continues to look for answers.
And Tess, we were kind of just mulling it over on the sideline here. So 22-yard line, you got a long field to try to cover. What do you need? What do you need to see game plan wise? Like if you're in the huddle right now, what are you telling your boys? What are you telling your guys?
And we didn't come here for this. That when we put on that uniform, when we put on that part of the day, we came out here to be the best. So we need to go out here and act like we belong to be on this field, like we belong to win this game.
Let's see something happen. Let's see something go down here. Watson, let's see if we can get Mike Williams involved. Let's see if we can get Deion Kane on this drive.
Adam, I completely agree with you. At some point, you got to buy the lottery tickets. And they open up with a pass to Renfro. But there has been so much talk about the potential for some advantages against the Alabama defensive backfield with Mike Williams and Deion Kane. You got to try. I know you got to keep them honest with the running game. I know they're in a 2-safety deep look where they're going to get the help on the outside, but you got to try.
Yeah, but the second you force one in there and you turn the ball over, Alabama's running and score a touchdown.
Bro, that ain't working right there.
That's tough, man. Zone read. trying to make the right read. How do you make the right read right now against this defense? I'm trying to figure it out.
Hey, look, they got the backer scraping over the top, so you can't pull it. You got him and the flat defender sitting out there waiting for you. At this point, you got to just try to throw the football and try to get some confidence building.
Do it on 3rd and 2. Just give me just get me a first down right now?
Got to put the ball in 4 hands, let him go to work.
All right, let's see it. Deshaun Watson, 3rd down and short. 9.5 for the first. We're gonna roll Deshaun Watson. Plenty of pressure.
It bounced.
That's what the sideline's saying.
It's gonna bounce. It bounced. I saw it.
Barrett said he saw it bounce.
Listen, we've watched it all year long.
Yep.
It is incredible how fast Alabama gets off the line.
It is, man. They are racing up the field, like you said in pregame. Kind of a two-gap history of this defense.
No, not
these
anymore.
guys. They're racing up the football field.
These are thoroughbreds coming out of a starting gate on every snap and at every level. If you look who ends up near the ball, that was Harrison.
It's been edge guys, it's been linebackers, it's been safety. I mean, this is tough to watch for my man right here.
All right, so Teasdall is back out there. Remember, he got a fortunate bounce the last time.
Nice little rugby kick.
As he hits the rugby kick and is fielded at the 35-yard line.
Defense, you need some defense now.
Got to. Defense is going to have to step up and dig deep. Bring something to the table.
4 homers when we return, 14-7. Barrett Jones is here in front of the Taco Bell student section. Taco Bell in the college football playoff. They have picked up the tab for 1,000 students from each school to come down here to Tampa and cheer on their teams. They got a lot to cheer about here in the Bama Taco Bell student section. Barrett's loving it.
Barrett's over there.
And they got these scarves. How about these scarves that Taco Bell gave them too? These things are cool right here.
It's a quality scarf right here, baby.
Taco Bell, live boss.
Be a good keepsake. I love it.
First down and 10.
They're having a
35.
blast here.
Hey, you got a lot. You got a lot to be excited about over there, admittedly. But my man TB over here, long way to go. How many? We got 39 minutes of game time left to go in a 2-score game. Long time to go. Now you're on the sidelines. You're the QB. You're yelling at your defense right now to get a stop. Give me the ball. Give me the ball right now.
Right. Got to. Look, I mean, the defense has been on the field all game now. When they get back on that offense, they got to sustain the drive, man, before this defense gets tired out here.
Jalen Hurts to throw on 2nd and 8 on the slant. He's got the first down.
Almost for the season.
They got and getting Calvin Ridley involved compared to last week down in Atlanta.
Absolutely. He's a huge factor for us in this game. There's been a lot of talk around the facility about getting him involved in the game. A great football player.
And now first down here, and they will stay on the ground here. Nice. Not much that time for Damian Harris.
Where are you guys at right now?
We're far corner of the Bama end zone, watching as they're coming down to us, taking a look at some of the run fits here with the Clemson defense.
I'll tell you what, it's pretty awesome just for the fans and being down here to get to see all the different angles of the game. It's really neat because you kind of see a different perspective from everywhere you stand.
Let's see if the Clemson defense can make a stop on 2nd down and 9. Play fake for Hurts. Got a lot of time. Yeah, he's got to throw. He's got to get rid of it.
When you come out in bootlegs like that, you got to flat, you got to over, you got to come back on the outside.
Now, see, these are the down and distances that I'm really curious about with the play calling of Alabama. Remember, they ran on 3rd and 10 earlier.
Yep.
But this is where sometimes Hurts can find trouble.
It is, and a lot of times in these situations, we like to move the pocket, get him on the run, get him some easier reads. That's kind of been our strategy with this all year. If we do, obviously run is an option. A lot of times we have run on 3rd and long, but wouldn't be surprised if we move the pocket.
They're bringing Bulwer on that blitz.
Oh, and deflected at the line of scrimmage. So the Clemson defense, hey, Taj, your boys needed that right there.
They needed it.
You had to get off the field right there.
Got to. Look, that defense is getting gassed out there.
It's getting ugly. If they don't get the stop there, this thing might get out of hand.
Again,
I agree.
It's a long game, but this offense got to find a way to get some points on the board. 3 points, 7 points, anything to let that defense know that they have their back.
Now remember, the last time J.K. Scott was punting in a situation like this, he pinned them. Artavis Scott has his heels on the 10. It would take a massive boot, but Scott has got a huge strike of that leg.
He's averaging 47 on punts this year, Tess.
And he
really
positions
solid. Another good one.
Out. So it'll be 7:42 before half. That 2-touchdown margin for the defending national champs. Whew. Back here on the MegaCast, the Homers broadcast, as we're going to be right here at the line of scrimmage. Hello, Ryan Russillo. How are you? Say hello to everybody on the MegaCast. Well, you staying in there?
I am. We just got done with the Mannequin Challenge. Corso killed it.
Destroyed it.
I mean, he was the best guy here.
Corso.
Let's watch this first down here as Clemson takes over. We are dead on the line of scrimmage. I thought that was a big series for the Clemson defense to get off the field. They're going to run to the near side as Gallman is taken down by Rashawn Evans.
Big drive right now.
Defense is swarming right now. Defense is swarming. They get on the edge pretty quickly. So if there's anything that's going to pop, it's going to have to be between the line of scrimmage.
You talked about it, Tess. Some injuries at linebacker. Sean Dion Hamilton goes down with an injury as well. They've filled in all these gaps somehow.
Watson now on second down, comes with a little inside screen to Kane, and Deion Kane is able to shake loose. Let's see if he can pick up a block or two. Oh, Taj Boyd, your boys are in business.
Deion Kane, number 8, baby. That's all we needed. Needed a little bit of spark, get a man some space. We got some juice going right now. We needed some juice, Adam. We got some juice.
We got some juice on this sideline, Tess. I'm telling you right now. Barrett was over there talking a lot. 14-0 game with too much time. You can't start.
They're going to take a shot. What do you got, Adam?
Incomplete, trying to find Deion Kane once again. Averett on that corner. He's been big so far. They've been testing him a lot.
Absolutely.
Hey, I like that play call, by the way. I like that play call.
You got to attack your boys. Show me what you got.
What do you think, flag?
Looks like offensive pass interference to me. He tackled or grabbed.
Dabo wanted one, right?
I want one. Offensive pass interference. Might have been an interception.
You're pushing a lot. We're on the sideline. We got it at the 39. Second down and 10.
Can't come away empty on this drive right here.
Need points if you're Clemson right now. And Watson's a big man standing here from this view. Goes on the slant, incomplete. Trying to find Mike Williams.
Taj, did he muscle that?
He did. He didn't let that come off smoothly.
They are absolutely going after Anthony Averett right now. They're going after him, and so far he's standing up to the challenge.
Yeah, they went right after. Yeah, and switching receivers. He's seen multiple receivers already in this game. So they got Gallman off the field now. So he comes towards our sideline. This side of the field's got both Williams and Kane right in front of us. We got Williams in the slot, and then Kane's got Averett on him.
3rd and 10, I could potentially see a boot.
See if they move him in the pocket. Watson sliding.
I got a man wide open.
Firing over the middle. He's got
Jordan Leggett.
Stepping
up big time in the clutch.
That was huge. I mean, that was huge right there.
And they're moving, Tess. They're moving. They're picking up the tempo, trying to line up real fast. First down from the 13.
I would be surprised if they run a slant.
Got fooled there.
Fake. They give it right here in front of us to Mike Williams. And Williams spinning inside the 10. This is big. We're starting to feel it. Starting to feel a little momentum now.
Big missed tackle there by Ronnie Harrison.
If I'm Clemson, I get right back to the line and snap. I keep with the tempo here.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that.
McLeod in the game. They might bring him on a jet sweep right here.
Yeah, McLeod near side. So watch 34 near side of the field. They got Williams at the top.
Tapping, could be potential fade up top. Bring him in motion.
They're running the other way. Here comes Deshaun. Big block. Wade Gallman. End zone. Touchdown.
4 in the end zone, baby. 4 in the end zone. We got Brandon Thompson over here, Cincinnati Bengals with the Tiger. How you feeling out here?
Now I'm feeling great, baby.
Brandon Thompson, Cincinnati Bengals, D-lineman.
I'm good, bro. How you doing?
Good, I'm good. We out here. Hey, these boys are never out of it until they're out of it. How you feeling about the game so far?
Man, we on the way back right now, man. Deep, fighting hard. Oh, fighting harder, baby. Let's go.
That's it. Clemson, we built different out here. We're never out of it.
The SO Club's going nuts right now, Tess. They're going nuts in Clemson.
Let me tell you something. Watching that replay, I know you guys are partying over there, but when they showed that replay, the balance and athleticism by Deshaun Watson as he took his leg, had to plant it inside the sideline,
it was
wrap around and stay. I mean, you guys must have had a great view of it, Adam.
The way he was wheeling it, and I think you can watch it on the replay on your screen right now too, Tess, the way he was able to maneuver this time. I mean, Taj Boyd was impressed. Watch him slither on the sideline here, tiptoe, stay in bounds. That was incredible.
His left foot actually goes over the white and comes back in and stays in bounds. Watch his left foot here.
Watch
this is awesome. How he curls it back in for that last stride to stay in bounds.
Wayne Gallman went out there with a huge block on the outside. Sprung Deshaun free. Look, and Deshaun is out there celebrating in the end zone, baby. Orange in the end zone.
He had Foster. He was trying to hold off Reuben Foster, and that's not an easy thing to do, Barry. You know, that's a big boy down there in Reuben Foster.
That's a big boy. You know, we made some mistakes that drive. Reuben Foster got beat on the big play by the tight end there. Missed that tackle. Missed another tackle by Ronnie Harrison. Some uncharacteristic things in that drive. But, hey, Clemson's a good football team. We knew they were a score. Let's see how Alabama responds.
I'll tell you what,
but let's think about this. Why did it happen? They put the ball in space with their playmakers, Deion Kane, and getting the ball downfield and then leg it. They didn't play small ball there. And they're going with a little chip kickoff here to one of the up men as Henches will make the most of it, actually get a pretty decent return
that was
there.
Solid,
you know? I love that call. That's a great call there.
TB needed it, man.
Absolutely. Look, I don't think it was more so about what Bama didn't do. I think it's about Clemson just finding a chance to settle down, man.
Well, here's the other side of this now, Taj. Play some defense for 6 minutes.
Absolutely.
Get off the field.
Keep that momentum going into the second half.
Huge drive here by Alabama. If we can come away with points after Clemson just marched down the field, it'll be a huge momentum grab before this half.
Big at the end of this half. So we're on the Clemson sideline. It was a little listless for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a little restless for a little while with these guys.
All right, so here is Jalen Hurts and the Alabama offense back out there. How do they respond? As Hurts is being tracked down, and he just turns the corner at the 40-yard line.
Bo got blown up. Bo got blown up a little bit on that one.
What do want more of that outside?
Man, you see Jalen's patience. He's an 18-year-old kid. Is an extremely patient runner for his age. Just really has a great feel for letting his blocks get set up in front of him.
2nd and 7 now.
You can almost feel the energy change right now.
It changed a little bit, guys. You feel it on your side?
No doubt. Here's a throw by Hurts, and able to break the tackle is Calvin Ridley for a first down for Alabama.
Here you see something we've been doing all year. Get a first down, immediately go to speed, go to no huddle. That's really when we've been employing it the most after first downs.
Costly missed tackle. And now Bo Scarborough probing and wiggling his way down to the 40-yard line.
Like, the energy went up on this sideline. You can feel it immediately, but the nerves kind of go up too when you see 2 quick plays like that for Alabama to get into plus territory already. That's big. That's a rare mistake. Incomplete. That should be a forward pass. Incomplete. Yep.
It was. That was ugly in every way, wasn't it?
That was ugly. That's another RPO, run pass option, which has become a big part of our offense. And a good read there by Jalen, but got to make a better throw and come away with the catch there.
So now a 3rd and 5. Coming up on 5 minutes to play before half.
This feels like a huge play here in the game.
Feels like it on this side, too. Again, there's a little more energy on this sideline. I'm looking at some of the offensive guys. They're trying to get everybody riled up because they want the ball back right now.
This is 4-down territory for us right here, so don't be surprised if you see a run to set up a good 4th down.
Well, we don't know how to define it with Sark now. But we know that front was all over him. Go ahead, Boyd. Celebrate.
Now it's punt territory.
You dial it up all you want to. Hey, Barry, look, it's going to come out the exact same way.
I'm going down here to 1-yard line. Let's see if they can pin him.
You know what? We're going to go across from
Kendall
you, too.
Joseph right there.
That was
getting
huge.
off the feet, getting airborne, diving out there.
And these guys, the Kendall Josephs, the Ben Boulwares, these guys are becoming household names in college football.
Guys out there just doing their jobs.
All right, here we go, Tess.
So J.K. Scott on to punt. Skies it, Boy, he may do this again, Barrett. Look at where he's dropping this one into. Just a yard into the end zone.
So you get a little field position. You start at your 20 now. You got a big opportunity. This is a big chance. I think we got to head down there. I think I want to see this develop. I think we see this happen. Let's see if we can get a little life for this place. Now, I like this. The Alabama fans, I'll give them credit too. I know we keep kind of shifting this momentum and the restlessness, but this is, I mean, tell me about this. Tell me about the biggest game you play in your college career and what that's feeling like right now. You're losing. Maybe you're down right now. Maybe you're down in that game. Where's your head at?
We had a similar situation against LSU. We played them. Had 10 guys get drafted that year on defense, 6 on offense. And when you're in a situation where you got to make clutch plays in clutch situations, you got to look back and remember why you're in that position. What you did your whole life to prepare you for those moments. And that's what coaching has to do. These defining moments come in these type of games.
So right here, right at the 20-yard line, 1st down and 10, and they're running on the jet sweep with Goldman. Man, we really get a great look at it when we're on this sideline right in front of us with what this guy can do on the offensive end. I mean, Tess, we're up in the booth during games, and obviously we can appreciate some of the athleticism, but until you're down on the sideline like this, and I know you were here for it last year.
There's a lot of speed on the field, especially with these two programs.
I'll tell you what, guys, I've seen a lot of football this year. To me, these are the 2 best teams in the country. I mean, you look at them, just athletically, the physicality, huge.
There goes Mike Williams. Remember, everybody said Williams is the X factor.
Hey, look, Sean threw a great ball between that corner, over top of that safety right there, and a nice little 2-look. Just find the holes, let Mike sit in, and he'll make those type of plays.
You know, that's a great example of Mike Williams' physicality, of his ability to just battle and be physical downfield. That's the difference between Mike Williams and what Washington offered up as a threat with John Ross. This isn't a flimsy speedster. This is a big, physical, big-bodied man.
And that's what you have to be able to do against Alabama. Very rarely are you going to have a receiver running wide open as much man coverage as we play. So you got to have a guy that can go up and make plays, and Mike Williams is that guy.
Yeah, 4 catches now.
Historically, those guys have hurt us a little bit over the years, and that's why Mike Williams was a concern for a lot of people this week.
5 targets, Test, 4 catches already, 34 yards, and a 2nd down and 9 for Deshaun Watson. Right back to the air and some contact there.
Oh, they brought pressure.
Took a major shot right there.
They brought pressure. There was A-gap pressure, and then there was edge pressure.
Yeah, I brought Reuben Foster on the blitz right there, man. Reuben Foster, just a guy who's a leader for this defense, a tremendous blitzer. Really tough for the center to block him, you see there. And Ryan Anderson coming off the edge to clean up the play.
Took 2 guys to deal with Foster in the A-gap, and then Ryan Anderson licked him coming off the edge. So now a big 3rd and 9.
From the 46-yard line, 3:20 to play, first half, 7-point game, and it's Watson to throw again. Running out of time, Deshaun goes down.
I told you, Reuben Foster, man, he's an excellent blitzer. We like to bring him on 3rd down because he's such a sure tackler. Really has a great feel for how the pocket's forming and when, to kind of attack right here. Watch Reuben kind of sit back, evaluate the situation, and tackle Deshaun.
I think that was more of a coverage sack than anything.
That was a big momentum stop. That was a big momentum stop right there.
Let's get the football back, and let's get some points.
Let me tell you something. Clemson had juice right there.
Rolling.
Clemson had Uncle Mo right there. That was big with Foster.
Uncle Mo.
Unanimous All-America, Butkus Award winner, and now T-Stall back on to punt away.
And as Taj was talking about it too, thought that was a little bit more of a coverage sack too than anything else. The back end was playing really well there.
You see that tweet right here on Homers. There's a bouncer fielded by Garrett Dieter who was able to get about 5 yards under. Look at Joe Namath right here. Amin, you seeing this right here?
I'm seeing it. Well,
that's what we're talking about.
When Namath tweets, that means Twitter is lit. Are you okay with that? You could say that, right, Tess? Twitter's lit.
Oh, please.
You can pull
say
that
anything
off.
you want on
We got Broadway Joe on our side, Taj. Who y'all got, man?
He's not feeling it right now, man. This is tough.
Broadway Joe.
This is tough.
Return to the spot of the fumble, 1st down.
Hey, we really need to score here. This is a huge time to kind of seize the momentum of this game, to kind of take control and feel really good going into half. What we don't need is to go 3 and out and to give them a lot of time to make a 2-minute drive. We got to put something together here, at least get 3 points on the board before this half's over.
And Taj, can we see a turnover? Do they have a turnover in them right now?
Look, every ball that Jalen Hurts is throwing today has been combated. So they can run it, keep it on the ground if they want to, but if they want to put some points up, they're going to have to put it in the air. I don't think they do. I think they're trying to milk the clock out as much as they can.
You know, I'm walking over here, Barrett, because I think I just saw Reuben Foster head into the medical tent.
Yeah, after he had that tackle with Deshaun, he was shaking up a little bit, like he was stumbling. Could be a concussion. So
I'm just going to see. They're tending to him in there. As we got a 2nd and 8, and they will test Scarborough, and he is met after a minimal gain.
Here we go. This is the might be the biggest. This might be the biggest.
Let me check. Hey, we got Holly. Holly,
Yeah.
what can you tell us about Reuben Foster?
Well, Reuben Foster hurt his shoulder last week in the Peach Bowl against Washington. He's had tape up under his shoulder. That second to last play, the sack with Ryan Anderson, they've taken him inside to reevaluate that shoulder injury.
Best in the business right there. Holly Rowe on top of it. She's on ESPN radio
while doing the
over and
jumping on the
Homers
broadcast. That's awesome.
Best in the business right there.
Absolute stud, man.
There we go.
Third down and 6.
Tess might be the biggest play of the half right now.
I do like they were bleeding the clock, though. I think that was a pretty conservative approach. You see another run here, not surprising.
Wow. How about that Clemson front right there?
You think timeout right here, Tess? Maybe you use the last one? One timeout left if you're Clemson.
Take the timeout. Take the timeout.
Take the timeout.
They took it. Hey, what that says to me is that Alabama's content with the 7-point lead going into half.
You know, I think they should be, and I'll tell you why. Because I think 14-7 right now is an absolute fair reflection of what this game is.
I totally agree.
Gather yourself, go out and play the second half. They're going to have 1:12 to work with. No timeouts for Clemson.
I think everyone expected this to be a lower scoring game this year, be another good football game, but I think so far it looks to be a lower scoring game.
And how do you draw it up now? How do you draw? You got 72 seconds here.
Look, 12, a minute 12 out here. Plenty of time on the clock to go out here and get something on the board. Look, Bama won't score more than 10 points for the rest of the
Look at this tweet right here. Guy saying Scarborough reminds him of Christian Okoye on Tecmo Bowl.
Oh, that's high praise, admittedly.
At the end of the day, Bama cannot win this game if the quarterback can't find a way to get rid of the ball and find these guys out in space.
Okay.
We've been doing it all year, Taj. We'll find a way.
I don't know, man. It's a different breed.
Right in front of me, Tess, I got Artavis Scott, heels at the 21. And remember, you got a good kicker for Clemson, Greg Hugel, one of the best in the business as well. Points matter at the end of this first half.
J.K. Scott on to punt away.
Let's see if J.K. can flip the field here. He can unleash the full wrath of the leg right here.
He's got the leg talent to do so.
They're coming after it.
It comes straight up the middle. He gets it off.
And
he drives him all the way back.
He signaled a fair catch, too, Tess. Signaled a fair catch.
Let me tell you something. You should plant those heels on the 10 as you drive backwards and say, I'm not crossing that line. That ball would have been driven into the end zone.
Yeah, now you're stuck at about the 6.
Guy has a cannon for a leg.
That was a really, really good punt. They're gonna put it right at the 5.
What do you think, Taj? Do you go aggressive here and try to get some points, or you play conservative and run the ball and go to half?
You get to the half.
I think you just get to the half.
You just get to the half.
Hey,
Taj, you got to be nuts to do anything else, my man.
Yeah, just trying to regroup at this point.
Well, you know what, though, Tess? And you're a big special teams guy. I know you do some coaching on special teams as well. I mean, that's what special teams does, because instead of now going for plays downfield and maybe trying to get some points, now you play it. You force Clemson to play it a little bit more conservative.
Well, let's see if they do. You never know. Championship is on the line. They're going to pass from their own end zone.
Tess, I'm telling you, Averett was right. He was
so why
right
take the risk?
There. He was right there in front of us, and he had a beat on that ball, team.
He did, man. There's a beeline straight to it. Very good defensive play by Averett.
Hey, you better be careful here, Taj. This is the zone that we like to score touchdowns. You start forcing something. We have 11 touchdowns, and then you're looking for a 12th down here on the 5-yard line.
Oh, that would be just like the Washington game, the college football playoff national semifinal before the half.
2nd down and 10 at the 5 now for Watson from his own end zone. They're going to go draw play here with Gallman, see if what they can pick up. And now Alabama's got timeouts. They've got all 3 of their timeouts, and I think they take one here with 53 left.
As they should, because they get a chance for a 3rd down stop. And Artavis Scott flat out made a mistake when he was running back and catching the ball running backwards inside the 10-yard line.
That's a big mistake. It's a no-no for a punt returner, and could cost them here.
I mean, are you going nuts when that happens on the sideline? Like you know you don't want to get pinned inside your. Are you going nuts a little bit when that happens?
And he does the job for him.
You got to get out there and just try to keep it calm. Keep your composure for the rest of the game.
I'll tell you what, Tess, I know I'm a Bama homer, but these last 2 plays, Mike Williams has been lined up about 3 yards from us. That dude's a full-grown man.
Yes, he is.
He's a big guy with a big catch radius. So,
and that's why he's the #1 wide receiver prospect for the NFL draft.
And Tess, we were talking about it, Barrett and I. We went to good old Gus's Fried Chicken, by the way, in Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh, that's good right there.
So
that's good stuff.
I texted you last week, and you were very excited that we went to Gus's. But we talked about this. Big receivers give Alabama problems. Am I right, Barrett?
That's right. Like I said, we play a lot of man coverage, so big receivers can go make plays over our smaller corners. Historically, those have given us problems. So far we've held him in check okay. Haven't let him make a huge play yet, but right here we got Marlon Humphrey, a projected first-round guy, matched up against him, and that's something we feel good about.
Yeah, you guys got Williams on your side. Williams on your side over there.
3rd down and 6 from the 9-yard line. Can Alabama get the ball back here just before the half in prime position?
What's that mean, Taj? What's that check?
I got nothing. Look, I'm not in the field goal.
Watson to throw from the 9. Out! Got it! Huge first down!
Big time.
Wow.
Huge first down, Hunter Renfrow.
Big time.
Wow.
Now we regret that timeout, man.
Oh, that was a bullet right there, man.
That was huge.
Right on the money. Right on cue.
That is a massive play. They got to spot the ball here. They mark it at the 28-yard line. Got out of bounds, too. Obviously, no timeouts for Clemson. They're pointing out the pressure right now.
49 seconds is the lifetime in this offense.
A lot of time here. Watson.
Oh, no!
Incomplete. Taj's heart skipped the beat right there, man.
Absolutely.
His heart skipped the beat right there.
Anytime that ball is tipped, Bama's thinking touchdown. You see again on the replay, Rashaan Evans is playing that spy technique, and he's the one who actually gets his hands on the ball. That's something I've seen on every 3rd down or long situation tonight. In this 2-minute situation is Rashaan just kind of patrolling that middle, keeping an eye on Deshaun, and also obviously getting the passing lane.
Big one here, 2nd down and 10. Clock is stopped at 44. Again, good kicker in Greg Hugo if you can get a big chunk play to get some points at the end of the half.
False start, right tackle.
Absolutely.
False start. So clock was stopped, so it's not going to be a runoff or anything here.
I would probably false start too if I was having to block Tim Williams. So can't blame that much.
Offense, number 76. 5-yard penalty.
Sean Pollard, man, young guy.
And I think when I watched tape on the Clemson O-line, to me, that was the weak link a little bit, was the right tackle position.
Oh, there's no doubt about it.
I think that's a position that we've been looking to exploit all day.
That is where you could definitely circle it and say this may be a struggle, especially against that Alabama front. So 2nd down and 15. 44 seconds remain. They got out of the danger zone with that big pass on 3rd down when they were pinned. And now how will they manage these final moments of this first half? Watson with time. And now is going to burn it out of bounds, and that was smart.
You saw Deshaun think about running, but there was Rashaan spying him right there, decided to just throw it out of bounds.
It's a big man right there, 2-2.
How do you deal with the spy? You're a quarterback. How are you dealing with that right now?
You just got to find a way to mix it up. Bring some jet sweeps in motion.
And it's tough to do that at this point. I think you're trying to get big plays right now. So. 3rd down and 15 here from the 23 after that penalty.
Wouldn't surprise me here to see a handoff.
A draw. No, they're going to go short, perhaps.
Double screen right there.
Yep. A tunnel screen on the inside for Renfrow, trying to get some yardage. Alabama can use a timeout if they want, force the punt.
Half a minute left. And Alabama will call that timeout. So Clemson will be punting away. Bama will have 1 timeout remaining. See if they can get themselves. They ran the double screen there and came back to the inside with Renfrow. They'll be punting from their own 26.
And you're seeing Nick Saban kind of settle his guys down. Remember, Clemson ball to start half number 2. Started the night with that Bama 3-and-out, so you get a chance for, if you're Clemson, if you can stop, and this is an important 30 seconds, you got to stop here. 7-point game. I would imagine you got to be at least somewhat pleased about that.
Absolutely. Look, going into halftime, getting the ball back in the 3rd quarter. I mean, you can really go in the locker room, talk some sense to some of these boys, and try to get some momentum going, try to get something working.
Yeah, I might ask what Taj's halftime speech might be.
Look at this.
Rough one on the side of the foot, but a good roll.
I mean, I'll tell you, some of this rugby-style stuff is so unpredictable. You see the glorious high-arcing beauty from J.K. Scott, and then just anything thrown at you from Teasdall.
That's
just trying to make it work somehow.
That's ugly football right there.
By any means necessary.
By any means necessary is right at this point. All right, take me into the locker room, man. You're trying to get your guys going, man. You're trying to get your boys going. What are you telling them?
We weather the storm. We're right where we need to be. Look, we haven't executed, we haven't hit on anything that we've worked on all week. It'd be different if they were trying to succeed and still couldn't find a way to make it work, but they just haven't settled in. They haven't settled in this whole game. So, again, the guys got to make sure that they understand that they're good enough, that they're worthy enough to beat a team like Alabama. They just got to find a way to get it done.
Let's see if we can make it happen, man. I mean, this is... Alabama's really good. Not that like that. I know that's not like some kind of surprising statement. It's the most obvious statement you could see. But when you match these two teams up and see what Alabama's been able to do in this first half, it is impressive.
I mean, for me, knowing how impressive.
All right, that's
knowing how impressive Clemson's offense is, and to see that they've been stymied so much. It's impressive by Alabama.
You know, I think that's a very interesting first half to read at 14-7 because there was almost a tipping point there.
Yeah.
Alabama had so much momentum there.
There was. We had a lot of momentum. Had an opportunity with the ball to go up, 3 scores, and weren't able to do it. And Clemson obviously put together a great drive there, get back in the football game. But I think if you're Alabama overall, you feel pretty good about where you are. You got a new offensive coordinator.
Come on this way a little bit. Here's Sean Robinson. Go ask Sean what he thought of that first half.
Hey, Sean. What's up, my man? How you doing? What'd you think about that first half, bro?
It was good. It was a good first half. The Tide just got to keep rolling on. But the defense stepped up and did their thing. Offense got to keep pushing.
I hear you, bro.
No, you heard the Alabama side of things. I want to hear Taj's take on that first half. What were your thoughts, man?
I thought the Alabama defense played admirably. I think on the flip side of that, Clemson's defense has found a way to settle in a little bit. Obviously, they know that at this point, they're going to have to stop the ground game completely and make Jalen Hurts beat you people. I mean, that's the key to this matchup. That's the key to this game as a whole. How much can we beat down those guys on the offensive line, weather them out, wear them out, and get pressure on these guys, man. And from an offensive standpoint, they just got to rally, man, to settle in there.
That's us. You heard it from this side, too. I mean
they got the guys.
I'm fascinated. I'm fascinated to know what's going to happen in half number 2.
We all are. And I think we could get a redo of what we saw last year. It's not going to be that high scoring, but a game in which Clemson bubbles up with a little bit of confidence, has found some opportunity, and we will see if they can strike.
If you remember correctly, the game like this last year was very similar to this.
It was.
And it was a barrage of points in the fourth quarter, so you really never know. I can't wait for the second half. I don't know where you'd rather be right now than watching this football game.
It was the Bo show early on. Scarborough, the big touchdowns, and then Clemson able to respond as we will continue on with the MegaCast. Joe Tessitore and Barrett Jones back with you here. 14-7, Alabama on top at the half. Our Homers broadcast is part of the MegaCast. Thrilled to be with you here in Tampa. Adam, take us through the first half stats.
Again, we saw a lot of this. Outgaining Alabama was Clemson, 203-183. But Taj, you talked to some of the guys at halftime. Alabama's out big playing Clemson.
Absolutely. Look, they're controlling the clock right now. They're controlling the line of scrimmage. They're giving up too many big plays. Alabama's finding a way to sustain them. Clemson has to find a way to get the playmakers that can make those type of situations, those small plays going to big chunks. They got to find a way to incorporate them inside of this next half.
What do you think is most important for the Tide here in the second half?
Well, the big number I saw in those stats is 6.8 yards per rush. If we can rush the ball for 7 yards a carry, Alabama will not lose the football game. So if we can keep rushing successfully, but I think eventually Jalen's going to have to make a play through the air at some point in this game. We're going to have to continue to play good defense, feel good about where we are, feel like, hey, we're up 7 points with the best defense in the country.
I think that's a product of down and distance and play calling. When they can run Bo Scarborough, that's great, but when it's an obvious passing situation, Hurts isn't the fully evolved, developed guy that you can trust.
And I know we said the phrase a lot, field position. I talked with a couple of the folks on the Clemson sideline, and Dabo told them during the halftime break, hey, we're getting our butts kicked in field position. Cannot happen in the second half. Too many big run plays. Cannot happen in the second half. Bad turnover in our own territory. Cannot happen in the second half. But you know what? We get the ball to start half number 2. 14-7 game. Let's get after it.
Gentlemen, we're going to head over to the other side to take in things all Alabama. Enjoy yourselves here with Clemson. Are we going to get a tie ball game here?
Absolutely. Look,
we will see.
1 minute's about to change right now.
Enjoy.
Let's have some fun in the second half, boys.
We're heading over to Bama land.
All right, so that's it. That's the formalities, the pleasantries. They've been exchanged. I think we're done now. Big spot, starting a half. How do you get momentum? Big return right now.
You think about all the work that you put in to get to this point. To know that you're prepared for it. Again, the mat drills in the offseason, the gassers in the summer. You're not here for no reason. You come here, you compete with that guy because, look, you only got 2 quarters for the rest of your lives right here for some of these guys.
So here you go. You get an opportunity at a decent return here, trying to get decent field position. So,
but, as I was listening to what may be incorporated in the second half, I expect him to go deeper, a lot more on third downs. I expect a lot more zone reads, but not just the zone reads, but the shuffle reads. Getting a chance to get those guys out on the edge and give Deshaun an option to run it downhill.
So you get the
look at this
7 now after the C.J. Fuller return test.
There's a tweet there from Lane Kiffin a week ago. The offensive coordinator says, "Roll Tide, roll." Bo knows. I think he likes what he's seeing out of Bo Scarborough. So they're going to start on the ground here. And just about a yard there as he's stacked up by that front. Tony Brown, Rashawn Evans getting into the mix. Let's keep walking here over to Bama.
Yeah, Tess is walking down over towards that other sideline, boys.
Lane Kiffin's something else, isn't he, Joe? He's just he's tweeting during the game.
He's never bashful when it comes to getting some attention.
He's certainly not in hiding.
No, he didn't go away or anything like that. We weren't expecting him to by any means. 2nd down and 7 from the 30. Watson with time, rifle over the middle.
That's a pretty good snag right there.
And that's a great catch by Renfro.
One of the more short-handed players on this roster. You got Mike Williams and then Hunter Renfro following a close second. Obviously, you know you can count on him, you can rely on him in clutch situations, and he's going to come out. I think he's going to have a huge second half.
I'm trying to keep up with a living legend right here.
Take it, Tess.
Coach Corso is with me. We were just hanging out at halftime, but we're trying to get back into position. Coach, if I asked you one key to this second half, what are you looking for?
I'd say the pass rush, Alabama's pass rush. They're good in rushes, but they can't get to the guy. If they don't get to Watson, they won't win.
Interesting perspective. 22 and 56 have had a way of getting to just about everybody this year. Let's see if they can get to him here on 2nd and 10. Adam?
The 38-yard line, Tess. Back to the ground they go, trying to find some room in the
no!
Picked up by Anderson! He did it against Washington, and he almost did it here in the championship.
That guy finds the football. What a ball player. Ryan Anderson, you can tell he was immediately looking to score. God, I wish he had gotten the end zone.
And that was all Anderson, too, Barrett. That he had the punch, he had the strip, he had the scoop.
What a play by that guy, man. 5th-year senior. Came back, really didn't play a huge role for our team last year. Has come in and really become a huge guy on this defense.
Man, that is a killer to start the second half, and that's what Dabo said. Can't afford the turnover in your own territory.
Ryan Anderson retains the belt. He retains it.
It is incredible, time and time again, what this defense is able to do. It's as if they're offended that you possess the ball.
I mean, it's a rough spot to put your defense in.
They're starting at the 16-yard line.
Cannot do that, man. We've done that too many times tonight. Had a start of a drive in good territory and then have a false start.
You saw how the frustration Nick Saban was, right, Tess?
Exactly.
You saw it.
Listen, these were the problems last week. Pre-snap, lack of communication and focus offensively. There were so many offensive penalties last week, and here, right after the turnover, they get backed up again. It's now a 1st and 15.
That's frustrating. Cam Robinson. And if Cam Robinson, he's been a great player for us all year, but he's had too many penalties.
Scarborough the lone back as Howard is in motion.
Play action pass right here now.
No, under center means run for Bama.
As he dives ahead and trying to make up for that penalty there.
Trying to get a little mojo with mascot with the Tiger.
Tiger love.
This is a brutal spot. Taj was just saying it. This is a brutal spot to put your defense in.
Well, these are the things Clemson couldn't do tonight.
Yep. And Dabo said it right at halftime.
2nd and 12 now. As they motion Stewart to that near side. Hurts to pass. Pumps once to the end zone. He goes. That had no chance as he overthrows Calvin Ridley.
Ryan Carter had to stick with him.
As a quarterback, you got to find a way to try to throw a back shoulder on that one. But he's not even, and he's not leaving that dude. If you really want to make that throw and an accurate throw, you throw it 5 yards short and let him turn around.
A little further towards the pylon.
Absolutely.
All right.
Big Al's going to check out this 3rd and 12 of us. You know what? Let me let the homer get with Big Al here.
I know you can't talk, but that's
he can talk if you believe, Barrett.
This is a big moment in the game.
3rd and 12.
Play clock's going down. We got it off.
Here's Hurts on 3rd down. Time to set up.
Gonna be short.
As he gets it down to the 10-yard line.
First time you hear from O.J. Howard
for that
tonight.
Clemson defense right there. That was a win.
That's a win. Yeah, you hold.
Oh, it sure is. Hey, let me tell you something right now. When Anderson had the ball in his hands, you're lucky he didn't have 6 on the board.
Absolutely,
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I was thinking.
Hey, and if you know Alabama's field goal history, it's no sure thing.
Adam Griffin has had his fair share of struggles, to say the least, especially in distance. But I mean, this is about a
26-yarder it should be.
Yep.
You would think.
They're going to list it officially, I believe, as a 27-yarder based on that spot.
Tough angle, though, right, Tess?
Well, no, he's got a little bit of distance to neutralize that angle, and he puts it right through as he went down the target line there. So there it is.
That's a win
the
for Clemson,
turnover
Tess.
gets 3 more on the board for Alabama. Clemson cannot have these self-inflicted wounds. They'll have the ball back on offense when we return. Ryan Anderson, the man. Adam Amin and Taj Boyd in that lower screen. Joe Tessitore, Barrett Jones here. You see the guys the way they used to look when they were stars of these two teams. Taj Boyd, Barrett Jones are homers. The mega cast with total field level access with two guys unabashedly biased towards their alma maters. Right now, your alma mater up 17-7 in the college football playoff national championship as they are kicking off after the 27-yard field goal by Adam Griffin.
Love being up 2 scores again, but gotta have a feeling that we kind of missed out on an opportunity there, having the ball at the 10-yard line and just having that false start penalty is very frustrating.
Slipping down that time just beyond the 15-yard line.
That was Mac Wilson right there. He's an up-and-coming linebacker, 5-star guy. Might be the Reuben Foster of our team someday.
Yeah, that was just a slip right there.
Yeah, C.J. Fuller just lost his footing.
Oh, man, Adam, we can't get that going over here, man.
Oh,
I might lose my footing, too, if I saw number 30 running at me.
C.J. Fuller's a pretty big kid himself, man. About 6 foot,
He's a
about
big dude.
235. Great hands, with just pound and grind it, man.
Taj, your boys need to settle in on offense right here. They cannot make mistakes.
They gotta make a play right here at this point. You got to put something going on with this drive.
The 2 straight punts and then the fumble on the last series by Gallman, and Watson on the quarterback run takes quite the shot there from Reuben Foster.
Again, you look at the closing speed of those linebackers, man. How they run so fast and they move so well side to side. I didn't anticipate that coming in this game. We're going to have to find a way to keep Deshaun away from those type of hits right there.
That was Evans on that hit. Foster and Evans in the linebacking core. Big, bruising linebackers for this Alabama defense.
2nd down and 5 now. Watson to pass again and gets it complete as he threw it behind
back shoulder right there.
Deion Kane. The back shoulder worked out well that time.
Can't defend that.
That's nothing more than continuity and chemistry.
A little showing off there, Taj.
Absolutely. Get Deion Kane in the mix. Let the man get some juice.
From the 35-yard line, Watson, they love this tunnel screen with Renfro trying to slip through tacklers, and Evans gets a hold of him.
The former walk-on receiver, much like Dabo Sweeney, former walk-on.
Tess, you talked to Dabo about that story and what this program means a lot to him, too.
Absolutely.
The Alabama program does mean a lot.
You better believe it does. He was a walk-on back in the day, part of that national championship team.
You ever talk to him, Taj, about that, about his Alabama?
About his story? Absolutely.
I want to hear about that after this play as Watson goes off the play fake. Haven't seen him use his feet a ton so far, but he picks up the first down. Good yardage out there midfield.
Nice way to extend the play right there. But Coach Sweeney has an unbelievable background and backstory. I know that was the initial reason that I committed to him. That's why most guys committed to him, because of where he came from, because of who he is. And the guy came from a broken family, just dysfunctional, found a way to succeed, though, despite all the adversity. And
short pitch and then cut upfield.
I mean, he finds a way to connect with you. He finds a way to let you know that it's bigger than football, and that not only are you become a good football player, you become a better person by the time you leave Clemson. And again, you look at the Hunter Renfrows, you look at the Adam Humphreys, all these type of guys. Look, if they can play, he's going to find a way to put them on the field. And that's what Hunter Renfrow does. He just goes out and makes plays.
2nd down and 7 here, Tess, from the 49-yard line.
This may be a shot opportunity right here.
Yeah, you're right in the field position for it, right?
Absolutely.
This could be a shot.
Wow, what a snare by Mike Williams.
You want to talk about next level? Did you see him climb that ladder right there?
That's tough to defend. Against a really good cornerback, Marlon Humphrey. I don't think they've thrown a pass on Marlon Humphrey hardly all day, and go to him there, and Mike Williams comes up with a great grab. Sets up a huge 3rd and 1.
It really is a big 3rd and 1.
You said it, Tess. #1 ranked wide receiver prospect, according to McShay. Big 3rd and 1 here.
Taj, they got Fuller in as the feature back here. Does that give us a tell on anything?
Absolutely. Look,
there he is. They motion him out.
Quarterback draw.
This is quarterback run.
This ball's staying in number 4's hands.
Got to.
He's going to pass out of it.
Wow, underneath it. They somehow get the first down in a tight
accuracy
window.
right there. Low where only Renfrow could catch it. Great spot, great catch. That was a risky move, but they converted.
We're going to follow them down here. You get the feeling that if Clemson stays on the field.
They're coming our way right now.
Yeah,
we're going to step over this way right here.
We're both going to head down that way.
Yeah, they're coming our way right now with this first down at the 40. I think this is a crucial moment.
They're really on the field.
You know what?
Is a completed
Let's take a look at this review here. I want to look
review.
at this monitor right here.
I really hope it hit the ground.
Let's see with Renfrow. What did you just say?
I said I really hope it hit the ground.
I'm not used to working with a guy that says that. They're going to take a look at this while we go to break. Does he have his hands underneath the ball? Oh, that's going to be close. That's going to be close. Ruling on the field was a catch. That's going to be close. Well, they're looking at the review to see if this was a catch or no catch. What did you, Barrett, Taj? What do you got here?
Ball clearly hit the ground,
Absolutely
Taj.
catch. Not even debatable.
It's not even close. You see the wiggle. You see the ball hit the ground. I know maybe from your vantage point it's a little tough to see, but I clearly saw a wiggle.
There's always a little wiggle room, right?
There's always a little wiggle room, he said.
The question is, are y'all going to go for it, Taj, when it's 4th and 1?
Well, we're still in an official review right now. They have not adjudicated.
I'm just saying it's gonna be overturned.
Good word right there.
I like when Tess uses.
We're gonna have the rock.
Good word right there.
That's an education right there.
I love when Tess says adjudicated. I like the big words out of my friend's mouth here.
Taj, what did you see here? Did you feel that the ball was still moving and the back end hit the grass?
He maintained possession all the way through.
You expect this to be a catch?
Move. Look, as long as your hands are underneath it, and the ball moves, but you trap it, then it's a catch, right?
It should be. It's technically.
The ruling on the field was a catch.
And that may help him, Tess.
Taj, I'll put a dinner on.
After reviewing the play, the ball hit the ground before the player was able to gain control. It's an incomplete pass.
Like I said before, who paying these refs out here?
Down and 2 at the 43.
Who's paying the refs out here, Adam?
Please set the game.
At this point, with that comment by Taj, a reminder: this is the Homers broadcast.
Good reminder. Good reset.
Stop tweeting.
Good
this is
reset.
the Homers
Tess
broadcast.
And again,
I don't think y'all want any part of Alabama in the trenches right here. I would be very wary to give them the ball in the 43.
It's fourth down and 1.
All right, so this is going to be the moment here.
Last game
trailing by 10 here in the 3rd quarter and a 4th down and 1.
Offense out there right now.
Y'all better throw it again because you're not coming up with teeth of that defense.
Guarantee.
What do you think? Run play?
Absolutely.
Run play right now.
Anything less than I'd be disappointed.
Here we go, 4th down and 1. From the plus 43.5-yard line. 2-score game, trying to stay on the field. Watson with Goldman next to him in the backfield.
I completely agree with this decision to go for it here.
Let's see.
Quick kick.
Kick here from Watson.
Quick kick. Let's see if they can pin him.
That's
and he did at the 5-yard line. So listen, they play the position game, but I'm going to tell you right now, I think you got to maximize possessions here. I think going against this defense, trailing by 10, any chance you get, you got to maximize.
I'm very surprised by that move. Very surprised. But you got to give it to Deshaun. That was a heck of a punt from a quarterback to pin him down to the 5-yard line.
I tried that a few times in my day.
Good or no good?
No.
Not good?
They never let the ball went behind my head like 12 yards.
That's
on more than one occasion, so that was it.
Now tell me this though. Are you disappointed with them going with the quick kick there if you're the quarterback right now? Did you want to try to see if you could get the yard?
Absolutely. Look, I'm going for the yard every day.
Taj does not want any part of that Bama defense. Taj is soft.
Calling my boy soft over here. Come on now.
Alabama wanted no parts of me if I was playing quarterback right now, because I'm bringing it downhill every day of the week. I was like 240 when I played.
Taj will go downhill. Taj is coming downhill.
After this field clears, Taj, we're going to have words.
Tess lost it. Scarborough takes it. He gets a couple on the play.
Meet you on the 50.
You guys are going to line up at midfield?
Absolutely.
We're going to do the circle drill with the two of you.
Trending topic.
Bring it, bro.
Let's go.
Tess and I are going to line up. Tess and I are going to line up.
Taj and Barrett are going to crank it at midfield with the circle drill.
And then Tess, you and I are going to line up in midfield and exchange recipes. That's how our one-on-one drill is going to go.
I'm going to open up a Bordeaux and we're going to talk about the game.
Yeah, we're going to have a nice night. It's going to be a good talk.
2nd and 7 here. They're right in front of us here. They go I formation with Forrestal as the lead blocker. Play action out of it from his own goal line. Oh, big hit.
Hit by Big Bullware.
Let me tell you something.
Bringing the heat.
Oh, Ben Bullware just brought the juice box to this game.
Woo. It's like Cleveland Farrell's down in the play.
That's not a good sign either.
Awesome.
He's pounding the turf. He looks frustrated.
Man, Bullware always seems to find himself in the middle of things.
Watch the mouthpiece here.
In the position.
The most vocal leader on Clemson's defense, the most vicious tackler on Clemson's defense, Ben Bullware, ladies and gentlemen.
Man.
Hey, there's a chance here. That looked like it might have been helmet-to-helmet contact.
Oh my gosh!
To me.
Now again, helmet to helmet has no bearing on targeting or anything like that. That's not that, at least that phrase. But again, Farrell, that's big right now too. We'll take a timeout. 10-point Alabama lead here in the 3rd. Back at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, ESPN2 homers for us. We've got our homers, Taj Boyd, Barrett Jones. Say something nice about Barrett. Say something nice about him right now.
Barrett, I like your hair.
Barrett,
you should like those 3 BCS.
I was going to say that. I thought that was what you were going to go with, man.
The 3 BCS is unbelievable feat right there. That's rare air.
Here's 3rd down and 7. Clemson could get great field position if they can come up with a stop right here. The 18-year-old quarterback, they bring pressure off the edge. They pick it up, trying to extend the play, looking to tuck, run, get the corner, and he's going to come up short.
Big time stop.
Big stop.
Because why? You can't throw the football.
So I've been impressed with the speed of this Clemson defense. Throw the football quicker than I thought.
And Barrett, I got my guy challenging your QB right now.
He can't throw the football.
He hasn't been able to throw it. We haven't seen a lot of downfield stuff from Jalen Hurts in this game.
His pass and throw was 9 yards.
That's no secret. I mean,
They're going to get great field position here.
That's what we're talking about. We need to flip the field, get the field back.
Guys, real quick, we are right by the medical tent. Cleveland Farrell was getting tended to in that medical tent. Obviously, they shield him away from the rest of, well, the entire crowd here, so we didn't get a chance to see, obviously, what they were tending to, but he is in that medical tent right now.
J.K. Scott from the goal line. This was not a good punt, did not make good contact at all, and it bounces off to the side. So, hey, go back to that 4th down now and think about the quick kick. And then the Clemson defense getting the stop. Scott doesn't get off a good punt, and now they're right back on the field.
Taj, this is big right now. You got a chance. If this is as good of a chance as you might get the rest of this game.
Got to capitalize right now. Perfect field position. This is one of the things Coach Sweeney was reiterating in the locker room is that whenever we get field position like this, we got to take advantage. We got to go put some points on the board. Touchdown, preferably at this point.
And J.K. Scott has been tremendous all year, but that was a big miss right there.
Yep. From the 42-yard line, 1st down and 10.
Taking a shot right now. Matchup. two safety, though.
Yep,
I like this play
fake.
call.
Little play fake over the middle, and it is ruled for Deion Kane.
These
Is it
guys are making
incomplete or no?
outstanding catches today.
Wow. What a catch. They ruled incomplete. They're going to hurry to the line here.
Tempo's a good call here.
Yeah.
On the change of possession.
Oh, did they whistle it? I figured they would have whistled it. That's tough. And the Clemson fans are very upset about it.
Prior to the snap, the ruling on the field is a completed catch. That plays under further review.
So this is, Tess, this is big. We just saw one get overturned, right?
Right.
And Deshaun Watson's asking one of the officials, like, hey, that's a catch, man. So we're looking at our monitors here too, Tess. Deion Kane.
That looks like a catch to me.
But again, you look at what Alabama's doing in the secondary. Two high safeties, they're getting wide off the hashes. You're going to have your matchups in the middle of the field. That's what they're doing right now. Jordan Leggett earlier in the game. Deion Kane right here. You got to win those matchups.
What do you think here, man? This might be the best angle at it.
Now, did that ball wobble when it hit the ground? But did
so now he's he's okay with a little wiggle.
You are such. Now all of a sudden
he wanted a little wiggle.
Exactly.
Hey, I'm a homer. Okay, I'm trying to recreate the bar scene. Like
that's what did we tell you? We're sitting at the bar. You happen to be eavesdropping in on the conversation between four of us right now. It's okay.
Ugly.
Listen, homer and logical are not always synonyms.
No, they are not.
Fan means fanatic, right, boys?
This is a catch.
I don't see anything to overturn it, Tess.
Well, listen, the tip of the ball, you can make an argument of the tip of the ball, but I think at that point the ball is secured.
Right.
And you got our spots there, too, the SO Club.
Well, here's the other thing. Here's the other thing to keep in mind. Here's the call.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands.
Yeah, so you can't confirm it.
So catch or not, whether you believe it's a catch or not, the call on the field's got to stand on that because there's nothing to overturn.
One thing
He
it
did
is
not have
the momentum of that offense right there.
We need more cameras.
Hey, Taj, that's a
we
great
don't
point.
We don't have enough cameras on this, Barrett. That was the issue.
Let me tell you something. That was actually somewhat harmful to Clemson because they were hurrying to get to the snap.
Yep.
They wanted to keep tempo. They liked how things were going. Now they're back to business here.
Little jet sweep action, the fake, and Watson keeps it that time. Goes right into the thick of that tough Alabama front.
Inches away from slipping through that thing.
Yep, he was close.
I don't like the looks of this drive right now. I don't like the momentum in the game. It's just, it doesn't feel good right now.
You feel it away from your side. How is it on that side, Barrett?
It's a little quiet over here, I'll be honest.
Yep. The fans, I'll give you credit. The section behind the end zone, that's getting loud right now for Alabama.
That's the Taco Bell student section. They're just glad to be here for free.
They want scarves. That's what it is.
That's right.
Second down and 6 now for Watson. Empty set now. Little blitz from Alabama. Watson, little sidearm sling and incomplete, trying to find Jordan Leggett.
Minka Fitzpatrick, heck of a football player.
He is indeed.
Is that a guy you try to avoid, or is there anybody on that defense? And I know there's a lot of good guys on that defense.
I mean, obviously, he's a rangy athlete. He's a vocal leader as well as a physical leader. He's just one of those players out there, man, that can elevate and change the whole realm of that defense.
Third down.
When DJ Swearinger was at South Carolina.
No, you're absolutely right, man. Third down and 6 now for Watson and the Tigers.
Look at top of your screen with Cade matched up with Humphrey.
Yep.
Watch this. Bottom of the screen the way you're looking at it right now.
Up closer to us. Watson to throw. Back over the middle. First down.
He read that beautifully.
Renfro. Touchdown. Tigers.
Orange in the end zone. Like it never left, baby. Like it never left. Nice little mesh concept. Renfro came through, slipped through, walked up through that thing. You know what he gonna do? He gonna hit the LeBron. Pipe it down.
You ready?
Ready? Got Maria Tell over here. Maria Tell over here.
Maria will give the dap to
It was a
Taj.
good play. I'm going to give it to you, even though I'm on the Clemson side.
The momentum shifting over
Slide
here.
out.
I'm going to have nightmares about this Hunter Renfro because 2 years in a row he's hurt us.
Hey, huge game last year
killer.
for Hunter Renfro. They've gotten him involved more and more as this game has gone on. And the extra point to make it a 3-point game. Boys, we got
are back in
a game. 17-14. Hunter Renfro starting to make things happen for the Clemson Tigers right now. They've been trying to exploit it. Taj said middle of the field. Hunter Renfro making the move, taking it to the house. 7:10 to play here in the third quarter.
Hunter Renfro, easy killer, giant killer.
The giant killer, says Taj Boyd. That was huge.
Listen to this crowd roar.
It is getting a little shaky right now on that Alabama side. It's getting lit on the Clemson side. 3-point game, baby.
And all of a sudden, we've got a 3-point game here as Hunter Renfrow moments ago, the touchdown reception, and it's 17-14. And Mr. Homer, you should feel a little nervous.
I'm a little nervous right here, and I think a lot of Bama fans are. Jalen's going to have to stretch the field at some point. It's been kind of a frustrating offensive strategy so far, more of the same than we've seen in weeks past, and we're going to have to stretch the field because right now Deshaun Watson's the best player on the field.
As he was last year in the second half, and this is starting to take the same path. As Clemson will kick away Ardarius Stewart from right in front of us here at the 2-yard line. And here goes Ardarius Stewart, able to get past the first wave of coverage. And then I want you to look down here right under Adam and Taj at that Joe Namath tweet. You were talking about Jalen Hurts. Broadway Joe says, he might worry the announcers, but I'm confident Hurts isn't going to lose his poise. He's seen pressure, and he's handling it just fine. It's one thing to tweet it. It now has to be reality out on the field. The true freshman, 18-year-old in a spot like this.
Do you think Broadway Joe was calling me out right there?
Was that on you? Was that on you, B? Was he calling you out?
I sure hope not.
You know, and again, Taj, young quarterback, where's his head? Where's Jalen Hurts right now mentally and trying to execute?
He has to make a play to get the momentum back on their side. But 8 for 19, 49 yards.
He wants it all right here.
8 for 19, 49 yards, ain't gonna cut it. Not to win the rest of this game right here.
Again, and can you, now if you're the Clemson defense, and I know Tess and Barry, you guys have been talking about it a little bit too, and I know Taj has. I wanted to start with Taj. What do you do defensively now if you're Clemson? If you're seeing your defense out there, what do you want to see from them? In terms of, are you stacking the box? Are you forcing them to, or only putting 6 in the box and forcing them to throw? What do you want to see?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would do. I would stack the box a little bit, force them to throw, bring a couple blitzes off the edge, and just force those guys to put it in there. And that's the only way they can sustain and win this game is to keep these drives alive. Throw screen, flat out, kicking out.
Let me tell you something. If they want to put this game on Jalen Hurts' shoulders to try to win it, and I'm a Clemson supporter, I'm loving that.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm loving that.
Very nerve-wracking right now. I think they're trying to give some confidence, but clearly not working.
The way they just play called on those first 2 plays, it's as if they're trailing, not up by 3. They don't need to be doing this. Hand it to number 9.
It was a little panicky right there.
And a big third down. It's loud, Tess. It is loud.
There are more Clemson fans here than Bama fans, by my count.
It's at least 60-40.
60-40, I would say so too.
A little complacency.
4th down and 10. Hurts back to pass. Winds up, throws downfield, and incomplete.
They had the play they wanted.
Couldn't make a play for Jalen right there. That's not doing anything for his confidence right there.
They had exactly what they wanted. Middle of the field. You get Dieter in space, in the zone. You got to catch that ball.
Yeah, I think he could have put a little air on that right there.
A little higher, though. Okay, so you want to see it from a quarterback perspective.
Make it more catchable.
Could have gotten a little higher.
I mean, that would have been an outstanding catch, a sliding catch. And he's got to.
He's got to catch that, man. Jalen hasn't played great tonight, but that's now 2 or 3 times where a receiver could have made a play for him and didn't.
J.K. Scott needs some redemption here. Back out to punt away to Artavius Scott. Hit a clunker last time.
Got close.
Nothing clunker about that one.
That's a great punt. With pressure coming too, that's a really, really good punt to flip the field for Alabama.
On offense right here, has the momentum.
But they got the momentum.
They got to find a way to put points on the board.
Hey, Taj, listen, it shouldn't even be a 3-point game. They just served one up with Ryan Anderson, handed them the opportunity for a field goal to start this second half. I mean, you guys laugh whenever I say Uncle Mo, but it means a lot in this game.
As soon as you said Uncle Mo the first time tonight, Taj reacted immediately because he knows exactly what that's like. He knows what momentum means to a team right now.
Clemson's got it right now. Can they keep it?
Tess, we're heading back down towards that side, bud.
So here they are with jet motion. Gallman met at the line of scrimmage and taken down by the Butkus Award winner, Reuben Foster.
And this is where all year Alabama's defense has been able to seize that momentum back. We have a saying in Alabama that adversity is just an opportunity to reveal character. So this adversity right here, it's an opportunity for this defense to reveal their character.
Sure, you're like a quote machine.
Actually, I kind of like that, Barry. I was impressed by that.
I appreciate it. Anything to impress you, Adam.
You got low standards, my brother.
2nd and 9 now. Pumps one way and then goes back with Gallman the other way. Can he pick up the block? First down, Clemson.
Talk to me about offensive lineman blockings. I really like what Pollard did.
Yeah.
I know he's been a little maligned tonight. I like what Pollard did getting out to the edge.
And I think that they're giving them some confidence as well. Giving them a screen, let them get out in space a little bit, move downfield, work up to that second level of that defense. That's only going to reassure him that he can do the job and do what they need for him to do to secure this game tonight.
First down and 10 from the 30 now. A lot of eye candy in the pre-snap as they go right back to Gallman.
You see, I like more of the misdirection stuff, even in the screen game that they utilize, because I think that Alabama front seven pursues so much. There is so much speed up front. If you can get them going in one direction, come back the other, anything that's the throwback screen we just saw, anything that's a crossing route there, I like a lot.
And you can see all these different ways Clemson's trying to move the pocket, run screens, run these tunnel screens. You know, they don't want to sit back there and get in a predictable passing situation all day. So they've done a good job with that, and clearly it's worked.
2nd down and 9. Watson. Little pressure. He went right into the sack. Ryan Anderson is a man beast
MVP
right
so
now.
far, Ryan Anderson.
I agree with that.
Stock up for this guy, man. You got to love this guy, Barrett.
I love Ryan Anderson, man. 5th-year senior. When I was there, Ryan Anderson was a redshirting freshman. A guy who maybe wasn't always doing things the right way, and all of a sudden now he's a senior leader. Just kind of an example of what this program does for people.
He's just been putting Sean Pollard on skates all night.
Now this is where the Bama defense has feasted all year long. 3rd and 15. Pressure. Watson looking to extend the play. Tucking. Running. Oh, my!
I think he landed a yard shy, Tess.
He got wrecked.
Wow.
He's leaving it all out there.
He earned all 9 of those yards, baby.
He got wrecked at the end of this.
It was 3rd and 15. They needed the 40. Oh, man, Minkah Fitzpatrick. Man, he went high into the air for that one, and it's 4th down and 1 at the 39 in a 3-point game. You like this decision? Minus 39?
Yeah, I think you got to.
Okay.
You manage a football game
Absolutely.
right now.
Assuming this punt, I mean,
He did the game to the 4th quarter, and that's where you try to win that.
huge stop for Bama right there. Let's field this punt.
Again, Teasdall, you've been talking about it, Tess. He's been getting some good rolls tonight on those punts.
Yeah, but it's fickle. It's so unpredictable.
It's hard to watch.
It's hard to watch. It just is. I mean...
Oh, my goodness.
If not artistic, perhaps at least effective.
That looked like the Olympics right there. Deshaun was trying to do a triple axel.
He actually takes one right in the chin here.
That was an awkward landing on the leg there, too.
Watch the end of this. Watch the face mask here.
Oh, man. Who was that, Foster going in on him?
Well, it was Minkah underneath, and then it was Foster on top. But it was almost like a cross right across the chin there.
I mean, he got cut in half almost.
He did. Looked like Nancy Kerrigan out there.
How do you rate that, Barrett? How do you rate that landing?
Right back in front of us.
The Russian judge gives it a 5.
Now, see, look at how much more effective the Bama offense is with first down play calling like that.
Boom.
Now, I mean, it's very simple, right? Because now you have manageable down and distance. You're ahead of the chains right now. It's a 2nd and 4. You'll live with 2nd and 4 all day long. And then you keep it simple again. And Bo does that.
And Ben
First down.
Ben Boulware missed a tackle.
Those guys aren't tackling right now.
But he's missing a tackle against a 230-pound beast of humanity.
I mean, listen, you're not wrong, man. And you shot firsthand last week in Atlanta, Tess. I mean, Bo was. I mean, how many of those yards were after contact?
Bo Scarborough is hurt. He came up limping at the end of that play. He took about 5 steps and he sat right down.
That's it for him. That's your whole team right there, Barrett. Your hopes and dreams will ride on
Let's
that.
not
man's
write him
legs
off
right
just
there.
yet, Taj. There's a different type of toughness in the Bama program.
It sounds good.
Built by Bama, baby. All right.
Body
Y'all might
by
not
bats
have that.
right here.
When one of y'all's guys lays on the field, that might be it for him, but not for
Farrell
Bo.
getting up good to go. Oh, Scarborough's still on.
Well, that's big too.
Hopes and dreams.
You guys, Cleveland Farrell's kind of gingerly walking around. He doesn't seem to be walking 100%, but he's testing it out there on the sideline too.
I will say this: if you are to assess this Alabama offense as it stands right now, number 9 is the offense.
There's no doubt. And this is very worrisome because Coach Saban has this big speech he gives to every incoming freshman. He says, if you lay on the field, you better be hurt. Because that's one of his pet peeves is guys laying on the field. So it's pretty worrisome to me because guys do not lay on the field at Alabama unless they're injured.
And you guys are both offensive guys. You don't want to see, injuries obviously you don't want to see, but in terms of tempo, in terms of pace of your offense, it messes with your offense too.
Right. Well, that's what happens when your quarterback can't throw a 5-yard out route.
Oof.
Looks like they're checking out his right ankle, and I see why.
Cold-blooded. Taj is going cold-blood, all in on Barrett right now and his quarterback. This is what you were talking about.
Yeah, this is Bo Scarborough's day right now. 16 attempts for 93 rushing yards. The 2 touchdowns in the first half where he looked unstoppable. Yeah. I mean, he looked like he was the best player on the field right there. And when they've been able to feed him, I mentioned it right there. The first down, the difference with Bo getting 6, getting 7, and then what it does in terms of taking the burden off of Jalen Hurts.
It does. This is a huge moment for us.
And that is Derrick Henry right there, the Heisman Trophy winner from last year. And what they have found in Bo Scarborough is a guy who has many of the same physical attributes as Derrick Henry.
I saw a lot of Derrick in high school. I've seen his progression. I saw him in the NFL this season, and just to see the type of downhill runner he is and has become and the ability that he has, Bo is back up. And Tess, what we were talking about, and I was alluding to what you saw last week against Washington, 116 yards after contact for Bo Scarborough. So it's not like he's getting these big bursts. He's making hits and delivering the blows, too. I mean, that's a tough guy to try to bring down.
Well, I would tell you the most important play of that game, the 68-yard touchdown run, it was blocked for 1 yard. He was able to get rid of all those would-be tacklers at the line of scrimmage.
Maybe minus 1 yard.
It would have been a tackle for loss. I mean, it was blocked horribly. So Damian Harris is now in here on this first down for Alabama, as Bo Scarborough's in the medical tent, and having to come back to the ball was Calvin Ridley, and they're saying it's incomplete. It hit the ground.
Can't even throw a hitch, Barrett. How you can't win a football game?
Barrett, a man's coming in on you, man. I mean, and again, it's a legit question, though. And I mean, when you don't have Bo,
play that right
you know what? I'm gonna go head towards the medical tent and check in and see if Holly Rose got an update. You take the play-by-play, okay?
Tess, you check that out.
Come on, Barrett, come with me.
Barrett and Tess are gonna go check out to see if Bo's all right. And I know how my guy feels about this one. He thought it was an incompletion, and they're back up and lined up for second down and 10. 2 minutes to go in the third in a 3-point game, and now a flag was thrown. Play clock was winding down.
Looks like they might take a look at this one.
Takes his first time out of the half. 30 seconds.
Saban's about to lose some hair right now.
Boy, Saban is he was fired up a moment ago. Nick Saban was fired up a moment ago.
Well, realistically, coming into this game, did you think that this would be one of these games that gets to the fourth quarter and whoever has the momentum then wins it?
I thought, it would be a lower scoring game. And Barrett, you said the same thing, and I agree with you completely. Just based on how these defenses came in playing to this game, I agreed with you fully on that. And I did think that Clemson's defense was much more engaged this year than last.
I want to show you guys this shot right here.
Go ahead, Tay.
There's Derrick Henry looking through the mesh of the medical tent because he's so concerned for Bo Scarborough, and Bo's coming out of the medical tent now. But you think of the brotherhood of the Alabama great players of recent years. I mean, there's the Heisman Trophy winner from last year who had to make his way over to the medical tent just to check on the current star of this Alabama offense. We're going to try to get an update here in just a second.
Barrett, I'd be curious about that too. We talked with Sean Alexander about that before the game in our field pass. I mean, the running backs that you guys have had over the last few years, that line is impressive to say the least.
It's been absolutely ridiculous. When I look back even at the list of guys I blocked for with Mark Ingram, Trent Richardson, Eddie Lacy, TJ Yeldon, it's just a pipeline. It's Coach Burton Burns really coaches those guys.
Got a man open.
O.J. Howard has done it again. Last year's star of the championship game just struck the jackpot.
Man, we're bringing in some boys here.
TJ Green, Indianapolis coach.
What a play!
Second round draft pick last year.
How about that, Uncle Mo?
Yeah, well, yeah. Uncle Mo's not with Clemson anymore.
Uncle Mo now.
Uncle Mo.
He left town.
Uncle Mo headed back to Tuscaloosa right there on that play, man.
Oh, baby. O.J. Howard has a knack for the national championship. What a play. Had to be a blown coverage or something because...
Well, that's what it was last year, too.
68-yard
touchdown reception. And the Tide is back up on top.
That was huge.
I mean, Bo was down. People were counting Bama out. And the big play, I feel like an anvil was just lifted off my chest.
What are you guys seeing here, Barrett? What did you see here?
Well, I saw just honestly a blown coverage.
Wow, he got loose fast. He got loose really fast.
OJ's a tough guy to cover with a lot of speed. That's why he'll probably be the #1 tight end off the board.
Here we go. Yep. Absolutely was a blown coverage.
You guys
they went inside out.
Well, I got TJ Green here with me, Indianapolis Colts second-round draft pick of Clemson last year. You were in a very similar situation last year. You know, backs against the wall, got to find a way to do something out here in the secondary. What are you telling these guys on the sideline to calm them down a little bit and let them know there's still a chance in this game?
Basically, you just got to bring your guys on the sideline. You guys tell them to settle down and just play the type of football that they know they can play. Just settle in and just play Clemson football and just go out there and just compete. You know you can play with the best of the best, so just go out there and play your game. I mean, just trust the game plan, trust what you've been doing. Just go out there and keep competing.
And TJ, I mean, obviously you saw a little bit of a blown coverage there too as Artavis Scott returns it for Clemson. I mean, I would imagine it's somewhat frustrating as a former player, as a guy who plays that position. When you see a tight end get loose, I imagine that's somewhat frustrating right now.
Yeah, I mean, with the secondary, it's all about your eyes. And when you have eyes, you just lose guys, and you can't have those type of things happen. So, I mean, you just got to get disciplined with your eyes and just lock on your man and do your job and don't worry about anything else. And you try to worry about other things, that type of stuff happens. So you just got to lock in and just focus on doing you.
Talk to me about what you want to see right now from your guys out there.
Say it again.
What do you want to see from your guys out there right now?
I just want to see them keep competing. Just go out there and play Clemson football. I mean, they got everything they need to win this game, so just go out there and play ball.
TJ Green, former Clemson Tiger defensive back, now up at the NFL level, hanging out with us on the sideline test. Big drive for Clemson right now. 2-score game from the 28-yard line. Watson's going deep. He's taking a shot to the coverage. Any flag? No.
There's got to be a flag.
No, there's a flag.
Mike Williams is hurt at the end of it, but there's absolutely got to be a flag.
There is.
There.
Yep, Tess. It was a later flag, and Williams is down.
That was a late flag.
No, Barrett, it came out late. You're absolutely right, but there's got to be a flag on a play like that.
Barrett, you don't think that's pass interference?
Absolutely not. It didn't look like pass interference to me. A lot of contact on both guys.
Hold on, Barrett.
I mean, he's going for the rock, man.
Barrett, look at the right hand.
He goes around the helmet, man.
I think that's pretty good. That's a bang play. Good timing.
Defense.
Barrett.
Number 26. The 15-yard penalty. Automatic.
Barrett's got the most crimson-colored glasses in this
MMA,
place, my man.
That's a chokehold.
But again, hey guys, and real concern though now for Mike Williams
Absolutely.
too. I mean, this is a game-changing type of player right now. Good to see him back up on his feet.
Yeah. That's unfortunate too. We had a safety deep, still took a shot, and we're able to make that play. Pass interference call.
5 catches for Mike Williams tonight. He's going into the medical tent.
Now the first down after the pass interference. Minute 40 to go here in the third. As Watson gets lost there at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, man.
Talk to me about play calling, Taj. What do you want to see?
I mean, at this point, you really want to try to distribute the ball as much as possible. You don't want it to get to the point where Deshaun has to feel like he has to do it all by himself. Puts too much pressure on you, puts too much expectation on you. When you have guys out there that can do it.
Can you run against this team right now? They're staying underneath. This is Deion Kane trying to get to the edge and slips ahead for the first down.
I think that's been some of the most effective stuff.
Those screens
is using
right there,
Kane like that.
Absolutely.
And I tell you what, as an offensive lineman, you love that stuff because it just gives those pass rushers a moment of hesitation when you're working all those screens to your game.
Approaching a minute to go in this third quarter. Into plus territory go the Clemson Tigers, and Watson
taking a shot.
Another deep one, looking for
miscommunication on the back shoulder right there. Could have been miscommunication. Looked like it was supposed to be a comeback. The guy kept converting.
You saw Renfro go underneath on that too, so obviously a little combo route. A chance to look at that replay. So yeah, I mean, looked like Scott ended up looking late.
Yeah.
So here's your 2nd and 10. Final minute of the third quarter after the big strike to O.J. Howard. Clemson looking to respond. Watson. Back shoulder complete. First down. And that was a beauty that time to Deion Kane as he is becoming more and more of a fight.
And Deion Kane is coming up and becoming one of the premier players for Clemson right now.
Hey, Tess, Nick Saban is going nuts right now on the officials.
Well, he thinks that some space was created there.
And I don't blame him.
Deion Kane, they're going to send him in motion. He's the motion man here, going to the bottom of the formation. So now he's got Humphrey on him.
Match up.
And look at all this window dressing. First down and 10 from the 34-yard line. Play fake.
Going to be a throwback.
Coming right over the middle for Leggett. First down into the red zone for Jordan Leggett and the Tigers.
Adam, just quickly while I have the chance, I want to check in with Holly quickly. What can you tell us, Holly?
Bo Scarborough's been taken to the Alabama locker room for further evaluation on his lower right leg. His shin has been a problem. Also, keep in mind, Anthony Everett has been back in this medical tent. He just got an IV. He's out there playing under duress.
Starting cornerback for Alabama as this drive continues on. Here's Scott now on the receiver screen right in front of us. He breaks free. So now Clemson is on the move here. We're going to walk down and get right with Clemson as they are knocking on the door again.
That's going to take us likely to the end of the quarter test. Could be a huge momentum play to start the fourth quarter to get back within a field goal if they can cash in at the end of the quarter. Tess, what did we want, buddy? What are the four? Maybe not the four of us. I know what you and I wanted.
I want a game.
We want a game.
I want a game.
We got a game, though, brother.
And if they can push through here to start this fourth quarter, they're right in it. We're going to have high drama on the MegaCast. Homers continues. You getting a little more nervous?
I'm nervous. This game feels a lot like last year. We'll have to see what happens. Buckle in.
Fours are up. Fours are up. Thrilled you're with us as we get ready to start the fourth quarter here of the national championship game. The Homers broadcast. And these two Homers have been chirping up plenty. Taj Boyd, Barrett Jones. Adam Amin, critical juncture here with Clemson at the 8-yard line. Trying to close back into this thing. Bama 24-14. That's moments ago. Bo Scarborough making his way back around to the Bama bench. But we took a look at that lower leg injury, and he's pretty badly damaged there. We'll see if he's able to go. For now, Clemson desperate to close the gap here.
Second down and 1 at the 8 for Watson, and the Tigers trying to get back within a score here. Watson trying to pound ahead, and he'll have enough for that first down. So you've set up exactly what you want right now to start the fourth. You got a chance to punch this in if you're Clemson.
Got the momentum swinging in the right direction. It's always good to grasp it, especially when this last quarter ends, because fourth quarter, especially in games like this with these type of teams, it's all about who finishes last, man. Who finishes the drives that they need to.
So first and goal from the 4. I just don't see a lot of good on this crunched up field down here at the 4-yard line of testing the meat of the matter on the inside.
Absolutely. Look, this field is really condensed right now. You don't have much room for error. Can't throw it all over the place like you want to. You don't have that much room. So
yeah, but you got more opportunity against this Bama defense out on the edge, on the perimeter.
Absolutely. You do it in the middle.
And look what they're doing here. They're going to throw Leggett out there. Right. They're going to throw Mike Williams out there.
I'm looking for a rub route right here. Slant with a little rub on the outside of Mike Williams.
That's the top of the formation.
Going to try to pick Minka Fitzpatrick right here.
Yep.
You got Mike Williams on the fade.
Little fade route.
Mike Williams.
Touchdown, Tigers.
Good call, you know.
I'll give you a look.
Good call.
These are your people here.
Hey, and you know what they say? Mike Will made it.
He made it.
We said it, though, Tess. Game changers.
Well, they had to have it.
They're going nuts at the SO Club like they typically are when big-time touchdowns are scored by the Tigers. Now to try to make it, this is a crucial extra point here, too, to make it a field goal game.
Had to have it.
The people of Clemson, South Carolina are hype. Taj Boyd is hype. The fans of the Tigers right here are hype. We've got a game again. This is what we wanted to see. 3-point game. Homer's broadcast, megacast on ESPN2. They'll go anywhere. My guy Taj Boyd is getting them hype in front of the Taco Bell student section. The Taco Bell and the college football playoff have picked up the tab for 1,000 students from each school to come down to Tampa and cheer on their teams. Both schools have gotten one heck of a show. Tess, we got a 3-point game. Homer's broadcast on ESPN2. Adam Amin, Taj Boyd, Joe Tessitore, Barrett Jones. Boys.
And now the question becomes, what will be offered up with another chip kickoff? What will be offered up by the Alabama offense?
Well, we saw an explosive play, something we hadn't had all night with O.J. Howard, probably mostly because of a blown coverage. But, you know, a lot of question marks here. Can we run the ball effectively without Bo? Something we haven't done in a few games. So we'll have to see if that happens. Obviously, we'd love to see more explosive plays because this is a good Clemson defense. It's going to be tough to drive the length of the field without those explosive plays.
I think this right here is going to be a very interesting series for Alabama.
It will be.
How do they react after the injury to Bo Scarborough? Damian Harrison at running back. As he makes the most of it, that's a great run by Damian Harris.
Damian Harris, a guy who hadn't gotten a lot of credit this year, but averaging over 6 yards a carry for the season.
Under 14 minutes to play. Bo Scarborough, who has emerged as the best offensive weapon for Alabama, out of the game with a lower leg injury for now. Hurts. He goes down right at the line of scrimmage.
Did a good job there.
Joe Namath right there at the bottom of your screen, right underneath Adam right there. Joe Namath tweeting, you just have to answer that score by getting one of our own. You know, I'll tell you, Broadway Joe's been very active.
he's an active Twitterer, yes.
Absolutely.
You know, I thought Christian Wilkins played a really important role on that play. I know he didn't get the tackle, but he forced Hurts up into the pocket, into that teeth.
Look, Broadway Joe has been cool for longer than we've all been alive. So.
2nd and 11. And breaking on the ball that time. And incomplete as Cordray Tankersley making the play defensively.
It seems to me that these corners are really able to sit on some of those short routes lately because they really haven't pushed the ball deep. Obviously, had that play to O.J., but still that was just a blown coverage.
Now comes the spot that we've described many times. 3rd and long with the freshman quarterback.
A lot of great situations.
Big time opportunity for Bama.
Yeah.
Huge stop.
As loud as it's been all night, Tess, I think, too.
And as critical as it's been all night. Can he pull it off here? Jalen Hurts with pressure, trying to set up the screen. O.J. Howard, I don't think that was intended for him. Was that for Damian Harris?
It was for Harris.
Total confusion there. O.J. Howard had his hands up before the ball was snapped. Jalen tried to put someone in motion. Just a totally blown play. It's definitely Damian Harris might get pushed down there.
Wow.
That
if nobody got the Harris's hands, he might have got a first down, Barrett.
And you don't want to. You obviously don't know, but that's where having a new offensive.
Wait a second. How does O.J. Howard possibly think that screen was set up for him when he's blocking?
I have no idea.
And it's Damian Harris who's out in space with the blockers in front of him.
Another touchback.
It hit right at the goal line. Here's the bottom line. Back and forth they have gone, just like last year. And it's happening again. And now Clemson will have the ball, trailing by 3. 12 minutes to play when we return to Homers. Adam and Taj down in that box there. Joe Tess and Barrett Jones right here. This is Homers. And you look at your screen right there and you see the last time Clemson beat Bama. Folks, it was 1905. Wow. It was over 40,000 days ago. Teddy Roosevelt was president of the United States. And here we are, the 2017 College Football Playoff National Championship game. and they're trailing by 3 in the fourth quarter in a game that has had back-and-forth drama. And now right in front of us, Barrett.
Bama 2017.
Clemson with the ball at the 20-yard line.
Big drive here, Tess. It's gotten colder on the sideline. I'm going to ask you in a second, Taj, after Tess takes this play, I'm going to ask you about something here about this particular setting. We're getting later into the game.
Let's see if Watson can get to work. Empty set here. A-gap pressure. He's got to try to dance free, and he can't. They swarm him.
Evans right up the gut, man.
Rashawn Evans.
He's really played some good football for us. Like you said, Sean Deion Hamilton got injured in the game against Florida. He's coming and playing good football.
Progress or stop prior to the ball coming out.
You know, and keep in mind, Sean Deion Hamilton was having such a productive year. He was lost to injury for the season. And Rashawn Evans, who you could make an argument was a better overall athlete when it comes to doing that right there. He's got 11 tackles tonight. Put that sack on the board, and it's a 2nd and 16.
Yeah, these are the kind of games where Rashawn thrives. Best possible start there on that down.
Watson to pass on 2nd and 16. Steps up, downfield, overthrew the intended target, Hunter Renfrow.
That one might have been going 6 the other way if he had put it on target.
Here we go, Barry.
This is what I wanted to ask Taj about. It's gotten a little chillier. I know they've got heaters on the side.
Yeah.
How does it affect you at all once this weather gets a little cold after it was warm earlier?
Absolutely. Look, we're not going to go into the whole deflate gate situation, but it does.
Sure.
It does.
Right.
You know, the ball feels a lot harder. Feels like a brick coming at you. Quarterback, if he's not in a rhythm, I mean, he's starting to lose the fingers on his feelings. You start to have more miscommunications than you would if you were playing in September, October.
They showed Cat Blitz and then dropped out of it here on 3rd and 16 as that's complete, but it's going to be well short of the line to make. So Clemson will be punting here with 11 minutes and counting to play, trailing by 3.
Huge stop there. Huge stop. All the momentum was Clemson's way.
Yeah.
This defense does what they've done all year. Come out and get a huge stop. Now let's see if we can trap one of these ugly rolling punts for a short punt, gets them in field position.
And Tess, you know, it's funny. We talk about momentum and things
Now
like
here's
that.
something interesting. They're going to put 2 return men back.
Yep.
They're going to put Diggs and Dieter. They want to make the most of this opportunity. And like I said, you sometimes don't know the result of one of these Teasdale slow rollers here. So let's see who gets an opportunity.
It's a knuckler coming right at us on this sideline. And it's you said it's so unpredictable. It somehow stayed in bounds.
How does it always bounce forward? I don't understand.
I mean, it just dies.
Nor does he. It's one giant guess.
You guys aren't kidding. 10.5 to play here in the fourth 3-point game. Alabama ball when you come back to Homers. Raymond James Stadium, Homers broadcast on ESPN2. Adam Amin, Taj Boyd at the bottom. Joe Tessitore, Barrett Jones at the top. 3-point game and Tess. We were talking about this in the break. No Bo Scarborough on the field right now for Alabama's offense, which is out there looking for a big score. Jacobs, the freshman, 25, is out there right now for Bama. I don't know what that tells you exactly.
Is a guy who really looked the part about mid-season, but as Bo Scarborough has really evolved, it's obvious that was a crutch they could lean on. So now they're back to where they once were. No Scarborough. Jacobs in the backfield as they motion him out. And Hurts is going to tuck and run and take a big hit after a gain of maybe 3 yards.
Oh, we're right in the thick of things, man. Taj, you like this guy. You like him as a linebacker.
Absolutely, because he brings it every play. He's one of those old school linebackers that doesn't have no regards for his body. He just comes out there, leaves it out down the line, and the guys know that about him as well.
2nd and 7 now. As they run it ahead for a gain of 2, and here's going to be one of those critical 3rd downs again for Bama.
Is this a blitz spot that you see as a quarterback very often on 3rd down and 5? Is this like 3rd and medium? Do you see a lot of blitz?
No, not really. I mean, it's a good spot to be in. I'd rather be 35, 12.
Coach Sark with the play call here. Remember the confusion last time on 3rd down. 3rd down and 4. Hurts to pass.
He's going to run it.
Here comes the pressure.
Forced out of bounds, Tess.
So it'll be a 4th down, and the Clemson defense has done a really nice job here in the 4th quarter.
Jalen has had time all day, really. I mean, the offensive line has done a pretty good job of giving him time. Just really hasn't been able to find anybody downfield.
And Tess, we've mentioned it all night. J.K. Scott
has been issued a sideline warning.
Sideline warning issued against Clemson. I hope it's not against me and Taj. I don't think.
I think you would count as being part of the coach's box based on the way Taj has gone about his business.
But you've said it, Tess. Big spots all night. Special teams has played a major role all night. Big spot for J.K. Scott,
who is far more conventional with a pro pocket style of 2-step punting here. As he tries to angle this inside the 20, and it takes a bad bounce, and Clemson will be just fine with 9 minutes to play. Trailing by 3. Deshaun Watson will have his chance against mighty Bama.
Homers on ESPN2. Adam Amin, Taj Boyd, Joe Tessitore, Barrett Jones, Deshaun Watson, 26 of 41, over 300 yards, a couple of touchdown passes. Hasn't gotten a ton going on the ground tonight, but he does have the score. Assess him so far for me.
I think he's found his rhythm. He's not forcing any throws. He's taking what the defense is giving him. Taking the checkdowns, hitting the hitches when they're there, throwing the slants when they're there. And the guys have been coming up big time, making plays for him.
We'll throw on 1st down here, and there goes Deshaun Watson, absolutely ripped down before he had any opportunity to drive ahead. Deron Payne's right in the thick of the defense for Alabama. Can we get a little mojo? We were talking about momentum. How about this for a little momentum? The Cubs with us right now. The half Cubs with us right now. Was that your time? Was that you? Okay.
Now they just brought Williams down to our side here. Let's see if he looks that way. Instead, he goes with a poorly thrown slant, threw it to the inside of Artavis Scott.
Yeah, good coverage by Foster that time. He's right in the middle of the defense, picking up Scott out of the backfield.
Now, these are those moments where watch the impact that 22 and 56 make on plays like this.
Absolutely. Look for those guys to pin their ears back and get after the quarterback right here.
And Taj, he's on your left side. 22 is Anderson. Where we're standing, where Deshaun is, he's coming from the left, so you got to watch him.
I think Anderson's been the best player on the field tonight. They need to be really careful. And he's lined up in a spot against Hyatt where he's going to test him.
Yeah, timeout for Clemson. So they'll use their first timeout.
Takes his first time out of the half. 30 seconds.
And that could be big later on in a close game like this.
Close game, absolutely, Barrett.
Coach Cochran's fired up, though, over here. Look at him.
Where is Coach Cochran? Let's go over here. Look at him.
I mean,
look at this psycho.
Show these guys
look at
home about Coach Cochran.
Look at Scott Cochran right here. I said earlier in our pregame, he looks like Mr. Clean. He never stops bouncing around. I mean, look at the amount of juice he's got. Look at this right here coming off the field.
Coach Cochran recently shaved his head and bald. Scott Cochran has a whole new edge to him.
Scott Cochran is the strength and conditioning coach, and he's really the guy. Now listen, Nick Saban may be the greatest of all time, but he's got the secret formula, and it's that guy right there, strength and conditioning coach.
There's a reason that he's the top paid strength coach in the country. He's awesome.
He is going nuts over there. We got a great.
Here's his 3rd and 7. Williams is right here matched up against Humphrey. Harrison's going to help a little to the inside as they run Gallman in motion. Critical 3rd and 7 for Deshaun Watson as he goes back over the middle to Renfro. What's that line he's on
short?
There?
Just passed.
And the one thing that Hunter doesn't get enough credit for is knowing his awareness on the football field.
I want to see this monitor here.
I think it was just barely past that line to gain, Tess.
That's a first down for Clemson.
Man, not by much.
I'll tell you, how reliable is Hunter Renfro?
Unbelievable.
Taj, it seemed to me watching Clemson throughout the season that when they sputtered a little bit first half, when they got Hunter Renfro back, their offense really picked up second half of the year.
Oh man. Trying to find Mike Williams against Averett. Hey, Barrett, you said it earlier. I've been really impressed with Anthony Averett out there because he's been tested a lot. They've gone after him a handful of times tonight, and it feels like he's been up to the challenge.
Hey, he was a liability early this season. I mean, he was kind of the weak link of this defense, but he's really stepped up, done a great job, and become a good player.
Dabo's upset here, as you can see him arguing. Now listen, Mike Williams made a last-ditch effort to try to reach out for the ball. By doing that, there was contact, but it wasn't put forth by Averett. 2nd down and 10 now. Watson with time, but not that much time. Survives it somehow, then launches it downfield.
Oh, man. Took a big lick from John Allen right there. He took a big lick.
Huge hit. He's right in front of us. The officials had to help him up here, Barrett.
Just fixing his socks. He will be all right.
Well, he is, man, that is a shot, and he is up.
Man, Ryan Anderson, though, should have made that play right there. Got to wrap him up. He went for the ball, tried to punch it out instead of wrapping him up.
And Tess, that's like 12 yards of field position. That was right around the 20 where he was backpedaling and getting wrapped up.
Well, you're not going to last long with Jonathan Allen getting free shots at you like that. 3rd down and 10 now.
And you got to give Clemson credit. They've done a pretty good job of containing Jonathan Allen this whole game so far.
Bama brings 4. Reaching out for it, but unable to secure it was Leggett.
How big was that, Taj? Wow.
Man, that was a huge miss right there. Oh, man. You got to try to close some of these doors, man, and just leave them wide open.
Again, time is, in a 3-point game. There's still a lot of time at 7:43, but, man, you feel like if you can get on the right side of the change and all of a sudden stay on the field for a few minutes, churn away clock and get a chance to take the lead, now you got to play defense.
Yeah, tried to change it up there, play a little zone, almost burned us.
Teased all back out to punt away here with 7:43 to play. As he's going to angle this to the sideline.
Nice bounce.
Well, it'll bounce out, I believe, inside the 30-yard line.
That's an abomination to football. Go back to Australia, bro. That's where they kick it like that.
I didn't realize the cold-bloodedness of Barrett Jones until tonight. I honestly didn't realize.
Oh no, it's there. It exists. It's a real thing.
There's a little cold in that heart, my friend.
Yep. It's kind of like Harvey Updike said. There's just too much Bama in me. Even though that's the last time I ever want to be compared to Harvey Updike.
That saying goes back further in history than Harvey Updike.
I know the tackle.
Tess, they're playing in front of you guys. 1st down and 10 of the 29. Big drive for both sides. Might be a knockout punch if Alabama can turn some clock and get a score.
Well, I think one single play could determine the outcome of this game at this point. As they'll go back to the ground to Damian Harris. Remember, Bo Scarborough, who has been the most consistent offensive force for Alabama, was knocked out of this game with a leg injury.
How are you trying to get yourself ready for a potential huge drive if you're the quarterback on the Clemson sideline right now?
Just trying to take that deep breath before you step out on that field. Let all the nerves go and just go out there and just let it ride. Jonathan Moxon status.
You see the numbers right there. Guys, consider how well this Clemson defense has played in this 2nd half. They continue to, because it'll be another 3rd down for Alabama. I really think if you look at the last few possessions, this Clemson defense has clamped down. It's their offense that hasn't been able to generate anything. But here's another situation where the Clemson defense can get off the field and give their offense yet another chance in a 3-point game.
Well, the Clemson defense has shut us down this entire half, with the exception of one really blown coverage. So you got to hope for a big play here.
Bama is just 2 of 13 on 3rd downs. Here's 3rd down and 7. Downfield strike beyond Ardarius
Had
Stewart.
a man open.
Had his man.
Just can't.
He had him.
Game of inches.
Right there. That dog had no juice.
And Taj is saying it, man. Didn't feel like that ball had much juice on it. And looking at it, it was coming right at our angle, too. It was a little bit of a float, a little knuckled to it. Wasn't the cleanest deep ball. That's been an issue tonight for Alabama with their young quarterback.
Hey, Taj, get off my man, all right? I saw you throwing the warm-ups.
Slinging that thing all over the place.
That arm has no juice either.
I think Jalen Hurts is going to be a phenomenal quarterback.
Yep. Here we go, 4th down and 7, and you got Artavis Scott back here to return it at the 25. Forced him into a fair catch out of bounds anyway.
Oh, that was really awkward. Scott's
was.
lucky that didn't touch him.
That it almost did, Tess. Right across the way from us, it almost made contact.
Yeah, I'm right on top of it. This is where we're standing, right where the ball's being marked, right in front of me here at the 12-yard line. He's very, very lucky that he didn't touch that ball, and it took an Alabama bounce down here to the 12.
On the sidelines.
Watch how close he comes here. Right there.
Slip. Yeah,
his hand, when he slipped, almost touches the ball. Watch this. Both his legs, but he was able to get away, and then it takes an Alabama bounce.
This
was
much.
Less than an inch from being Bama's ball right
there.
That
was really tight, guys. They're right in front of us.
Go ahead, take it away.
First down and 10, 12-yard line. Right in front of us is McLeod. They've got Gallman in motion coming this way. They're going to go to Gallman on the screen. Renfro tried to throw a block for him. Couldn't really get a ton there.
I got to tell you, I think the screen game is the best for Clemson right now because all that upfield rush you get from Bama, to get the screen game involved, both on the slip screen, the tunnel screen, and the running back, and the swing passes. I think that's where it's at for them.
There's no doubt. This Bama D-line gets frustrated, too, when you run that many screens because they want to take over this game. And it's frustrating when they can't do that.
Quarterback counter.
Yeah, Barrett Watson was running to this side, but Tessa goes right back to what you guys were talking about, trying to exploit the edges. We saw it on the drive when they got into the red zone, when we were back over by the end zone on the other side of the field. They wanted to get the edges because that seems to be better for them, more yardage available out there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been good to see Wayne Gallman get incorporated back in this game, get him going, because we're going to need him later on in the rest of this game. We got 5 minutes and 57 seconds left. Time is ticking at this point.
And he's in the backfield right now on first down. They're trying to set up the tunnel screen. Instead, it's Leggett downfield across the 40-yard line.
Big time.
That's a huge pickup and a first down on a gain of 14.
Absolutely.
Jordan Leggett continues to be such a big factor.
And Adam, you said it, man. They've been running that tunnel screen all game, and what happened there is Jordan Leggett faked like he was blocking for that tunnel screen and slipped right past the guy he was acting like he was blocking to set up the big play.
Now off the play action, Watson taking a shot for Williams.
Wow.
Mike,
that's your play of the game right now. That is your play of the game right now. Penalty markers are down late here at the end of this.
There's no coverage that can guard that right there. It was what it was. Unbelievable catch.
We've been saying it all night. Mike Williams, game changer.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
The 15-yard penalty.
Oh boy.
First down.
Huge
field goal range.
Huge
already in field goal range.
Tack on 15 more.
Already in field goal range.
Yep.
Right now, you have to consider this. If you're play calling for Clemson, manage things. No undue risk. Do not allow 22 or 56 to have an impact at this point right now.
Taj, take me through what you're kind of thinking about, what the offense is thinking about. You don't want to rush things, but you want how do you approach this right now?
You want to milk it a little bit. Take as much time off the clock as you can, but you got to secure a score right here. You got to secure a touchdown at this point.
Well, let's see if they're going to go timeout. 2 timeouts apiece.
The ruling on the field is a completed catch that plays under further review.
I mean, if that wasn't
plays
a catch,
under further review, are you missing something here? Because it looked like he went up and he high pointed the ball and came down with it.
I thought that was as clean of a catch as we've seen tonight.
Y'all didn't see that ball at the ground?
High points the ball. It's on his stomach. Rolls with it. See, we can't determine right there if the ball is getting loose, but there's no reason. Now let's see from this angle right here. Does not have firm control yet. You have to assume control of the ball there. Ball's between his legs. That's a catch.
That's a catch. Never even came close.
Never even came close.
That's just an unnecessary stoppage. And I'll take it, honestly.
So now, obviously, if you're Clemson, you're Clemson's fans. They see that it's a catch.
Absolutely.
And I'm assuming it's because they want the tempo to get picked up again.
The ruling on the field is confirmed. It's a catch. First down.
By the way, think about how they went down the field. They took the front 7 between the tackles, anything in the box, out of play here.
Got to. I mean, look, as you mentioned earlier, that upfield rush is something serious right there. So anytime they get a chance to get them out there, spread them out, get those guys.
Either spread them out or go over the top.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean,
it was really pretty good coverage there by Marlon Humphrey. He was in good position. Just like we talked about in the broadcast earlier, Mike Williams going up and making a play.
First down and 10 from the 16. They're in the red zone. A touchdown gives Clemson the lead.
That's a quarterback sweep.
Here is Watson with Goldman blocking. Deshaun Watson towards the pylon. No signal, and they ruled him out of bounds, shy of the goal line.
Hey, well, he be jumping out here now.
Well, let me tell you something. One of the most memorable moments in college football championship history was Reggie Bush going airborne. This was Deshaun Watson's Superman moment.
Wow. They ruled him shy, and I think that's the right call, Tess.
Well, you'll see watch his foot come down on the white here.
Oh, great shot from our AT&T pylon cam. They're lining up already, though, with Watson here. And now they're going to blow the whistle.
The previous plays under further review.
So they will review this play. I can see why. 4:50 to go.
And we are potentially, they're going to take a look here. Watch where the ball is when his right foot lands.
Right there, about a half, maybe 3/4 of the yard.
Looks like a full yard to me, Adam.
Yeah, I think you could say that too, Barrett. Hey,
just pause. Just pause for a moment here, gentlemen, as they go through this review.
Yeah.
And think about this. We are 1 yard away.
After further review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. Short of the goal line, first and goal.
We are 1 yard away from Nick Saban and undefeated #1 Alabama trailing in the national championship. 1 yard away. Here comes your moment.
And I'm looking around right now, Tess. I see a lot of concern facing the Alabama crowd.
It is silence over here.
Because really this half for us has been one blown coverage.
But you know what? This is a Joe Tess moment. You know that, right? According to Kendall B on Twitter.
What happens?
Kendall B says it's a Joe Tess moment. Joe, it's yours.
First and goal from the 1. Wayne Gallman and Deshaun Watson.
Finish it with Deshaun. Let him run it in.
Let's see if he does. Tigers are roaring as a penalty flag is down. But for right now, Clemson erupting. We will check on the flag.
And Tess from our side of the field, near side of the field.
I love it, baby. I love it, baby.
Defense, number 28. Lined up in the neutral zone. Penalties decline. Touchdown.
Let's go! Get to come forward.
How y'all doing? What's up?
Hey, man, you good? We're good, man. Absolutely.
And Tess, big extra point here.
Sure is.
Trying to extend it beyond a field goal game here for one of the better kickers in the country in Hugel. Low snap here, Tess. Great job to get that back up.
And also, Adam, think about the pressure it now puts on the 18-year-old quarterback who has gotten very little accomplished in this fourth quarter.
Very little accomplished in the whole game, really.
One missed assignment to O.J. Howard. Outside of that, you know, it's funny because on one of the preview shows I was doing this week, I was seated next to Mac Brown, and at one point I turned to him and I said, how much will you trust Jalen Hurts if he absolutely has to be the one to get it done? 4:38 to play, down by 4. How much do you, Homer Barrett, trust Jalen Hurts to get this done?
First of all, it's not all on Jalen Hurts. We have 4:38 to play, so we're not necessarily going to be in 2-minute mode. I think we come out here, we run our offense.
Okay.
Woo. Now,
the whole squad out here, baby.
How much do I trust them offense? Every time we need them to make a play this whole year, they have. I expect them to drive the ball down the field, score a touchdown, win the game.
Taj is already celebrating.
Taj is fired up.
We're going to count the money in the bank over here. Outside of what they did, look.
Money in the bank, huh?
He's feeling pretty good right now.
Look at the juice out here.
A lot of time left, big guy.
Remember, Clemson has not allowed a kick return touchdown this year, and they're not going to let it happen kicking that way.
Yeah, high short kick that time.
Well, they know what happened a year ago with Kenyon Drake.
Remember, you guys saw it firsthand.
Signal that causes the ball to become dead.
Look, this is a big moment for Jalen Hurts, okay? I mean, he has played well at times this year. Huge moment for him. Here's what I would look for. I look for him to have a big scramble. I think that's our best chance of moving the ball down the field. For him to have a big scramble. Every time we beat a huge play this year, I look back to the LSU game, he made a big play with his legs. So watch, see if he can make a big play with his legs in this drive.
I think that's when he's actually most reliable.
The test, they've got Harris in the backfield to start this drive from the 32.
They really miss Scarborough, don't they? So here's Hurts. Searching for an option, and then he's just going to toss it away. Second down.
Now, again, we haven't seen him put it. Barrett, I mean, from your perspective, I don't think we've seen him put it. We haven't seen him put it in harm's way too often, though, I don't think, today.
He hasn't, but there's been very few rhythm throws tonight for Hurts. It's been all sit back in the pocket, wait and see, and hope something kind of breaks down. We got to make more rhythm throws.
What are you seeing, Tosh?
He's had guys open. I'm just thinking that he's starting to see the rush instead of feeling the rush, and he's starting to get to him.
See instead of feel the rush. Got it.
Second and 10 now. Pressure, and that was blown up from the beginning and sent back by Bulware was Harris.
Something to gum over here. Ben Bulware bringing a boom.
We've said it all night. Ben Bulware always finds himself in the middle of the biggest defensive plays. When Clemson seemingly needs a big defensive play, he always seems to find himself in the middle of it.
And all the coaches I talked to this week about Ben Bulware, they were worried about this guy.
I don't know how you can possibly hear on that side of the field.
Tess, I'm telling you right now, it's almost impossible. It's as loud as it's been all night for a big 3rd down and 10 here for Hurts.
3rd and 16. Hurts. Pressure again. Bulware tracking him. Cross field, dangerous, but somehow caught by our Darius Stewart. Let's see where they mark this here.
I think
he
it was
should be short by a yard.
I think at around the 40 they marked it, maybe the 41.
Gotta go for it here.
Under 3.5 minutes to play,
Cannot get the ball
and
back
it
to
is
Deshaun.
4th down and 1.
Great play there by Jalen to get that ball to Darius. Obviously a risky throw across.
Yeah, Barrett, he was coming right at us, and it was a really smooth looking, I'll give him that, it was really smooth looking from our vantage point.
Smell it right now?
4th down and 1.
Victory.
Taj smells victory, he says.
I wish we had Bo right here.
First down, Bama, Damian Harris.
Chains. And now
we're on the D-back, man.
Now we're under 3 minutes in this game to go, and this almost feels like it's got to be this drive now. It's got to be this drive or nothing.
They're coming right towards us. An offense that at times feels so limited, but yet kept things alive there. Our Darius Stewart in motion as Harris remains the back. They're going to throw off this. He's looking downfield for Howard, and it is complete. Expect the unexpected.
Let's go, baby.
It took an onside kick in the 4th quarter last year, and now a receiver pass this year.
That's a damn good throw right there.
What a throw by Darius. I mean, that was a tight spiral, Tess. That was no lob.
Steve Sarkisian on the job for 1 week, and he pulls that off. Under 2.5 to play. Here's Hurts again. He's going to tuck, run, kept his balance. He's looking for room. Freshman sensation. Can you believe that?
2 minutes left on the clock.
Let's go.
2 minutes left on the clock. We got plenty of time. Look, that's all. 2 minutes is a lifetime. Let's settle down.
Tess.
Yes.
You talked about it all night.
Let's go.
Barrett's fired up right now.
Big play
Are
with his
you
legs.
kidding me?
And Taj is trying to maintain the composure right now.
Come on.
Let me tell you something.
Like a
Give credit to Steve Sarkisian right there. Give credit to Steve Sarkisian right there.
Hey, look.
The wide receiver pass in the middle of the must-have drive.
Well, this is what you wanted, right? This is the matchup you wanted, right?
This is what you wanted to see.
This is the game it's supposed to be like.
This is what you wanted to see.
And look,
this rematch has over-delivered.
Deshaun Watson has the ball in his hands. Didn't win the Heisman. It comes down to this point right here. Show your team that you're that man, that you're redemption, that you came back for a reason, that you're here.
Look, obviously there's a lot of time left on the clock.
Absolutely.
We just talked about it, though. What needs to happen on this drive? A big Jalen Hurts scramble, and there you have it. An open field, man. Jalen Hurts, such a physical, powerful runner. And he broke a few tackles there to make a big play. What could have been the biggest play of his career? Wow.
So here we go. Big spot, 2:07, 2 timeouts apiece. They've got both Scott and Fuller back here to return.
Tell you what.
What are you feeling?
He should have tried to milk it right there, because I'm telling you, it's a lot of time on the board for Clemson to drive down and get a field goal.
I got a question about that. I'm kind of curious about that. I'm going to ask you. I'm curious about it. I want to know about something, and I'll wait till after the kickoff here from Griffith.
This is chipped. This is going to be short and returnable. It was a chipped kickoff.
And it's Fuller coming back towards us, Tess. And there goes C.J. Fuller, and he got tripped up.
Let me tell you something. That was a poorly struck ball right there by Griffith. He got underneath it. He got chip rotation, and it was such an easy returnable ball.
Boy, that was a very good play in special teams. I think that was Tony Brown. It was Brown.
Fuller, young kid out there making plays.
That was a shoestring away from going the other way.
That was big.
People look at where they're starting this drive from right now. Right there on the 32-yard line with 2:01 to go, with 2 timeouts, with a good, reliable veteran kicker in Hugel. Hugel's long on the year, by the way, is 47 yards.
Sean Watson said he was built for moments like this.
Where would you rather be right now, guys, in Tampa, Florida? This is awesome.
Here we go.
Yep. Watson from the 32. Leggett again, Tess.
Whew. Let me tell you something. Deshaun Watson, you think about the career he's had. Many people said towards the end of the year, you reflect now after you watch the college football playoff semifinal, perhaps all along he was the best player in college football. Now he's got the chance to prove it. 156 to play.
There's not another defense I'd rather have in the country than this group of guys right here.
Here's Watson, A-gap pressure. They pick it up. He launches downfield. Williams! Wow!
Stupid catch.
Mike Williams again.
What do you do with him? Just throw it up there. Catch it.
Wow!
Mike Williams is the best receiver in college football. Deshaun Watson, best quarterback in college football.
Mike Williams has made the 2
All right, we got to walk. We got to walk.
We're all going down, baby.
We're all going down there.
We're all hustling
Here it
down.
is. Ball's on the 39-yard line.
You got a jog.
Looked like there was a little bit of a jump. Oh, was that a little bit of a lateral?
A little lateral there to Goldman.
They just run a trick play. So Saban with the wide receiver pass, and they run a short lateral off the completion.
See the heart of this team right now. These guys out here leaving it all out there.
Interesting play calls here on both ends. They got 6 on that play test, 2nd and 4. 1:10 and counting.
Go for the victory right here.
Taj Boyd wants a touchdown. Watson in the gun. Back to throw.
Watson.
He's taken off, Tess. Boy, they've contained him for the most part tonight. Ryan Anderson, Tess, another big play for him.
That's where that spy comes in handy right there. Ryan was dropping in spy on that play.
All right, so the 33-yard line right here with 3rd and 4. Now keep in mind, Hugel's long on the year is 47 yards. This would be a 50-yard attempt if they don't gain another yard from here to try to tie the game. We are coming up on a half minute to play. They still have the 2 timeouts. Watson, quick strike, first down. The clock stops on a first down. They can still manage things, of course, with the 2 timeouts.
And Tess, we're heading back down towards that end zone that Clemson's going towards.
Okay, Deshaun Watson chooses to clock the ball right there. So that leaves 19 seconds, 2nd and 10 from the 26.
So Tess, they're probably setting up, it feels like, for a field goal, because then you got at least one more timeout to take.
Yeah, I got to tell you, though, I think they had the opportunity to be more aggressive with how much time was left.
And Taj said it, too. He wanted the victory. You said go for the victory there, Taj, and you thought touchdown.
2 timeouts, that was conservative.
We got a great angle of it, Tess.
So here's your second down. Remember, 19 seconds, plenty of time to do what you want here. Downfield, Leggett, what an effort.
Catch inside the 10.
2 timeouts remain.
So they get the first down, clock stops, 9-yard line, and it'll be first and goal, and they can use a timeout here.
They got 3 plays to score.
That'll record his history.
2 timeouts remain.
So Tess, I'm thinking where Taj is right now. You've got
this one will be a 60-second timeout.
You got 1 timeout left. Yeah. You're at the 9. You got plenty of time. It looks like. How do you design? And Barrett said it, and I think he's right. You got 3 chances to take the lead here.
Let me offer this up to
Tess,
both
go
guys.
ahead. Yeah, let me hear it.
Barrett, what don't you want to see right now from Clemson? What worries you the most as an Alabama supporter?
Mike Williams worries me.
I would agree.
He's been going up, making plays all day. Yep. So, yeah, he worries me a lot.
And Tess, from this side, so you're Taj, you're in the huddle right now. How are you designing these next couple of plays to try to pick up a touchdown and take the lead?
I lost audio.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
All right, at this point, I'm probably stacking them out on the edge over here. Twin set.
Who do you want to see?
Deion Kane in the front, Mike Williams in the back.
See Williams and Kane.
In the front, Mike Williams in the back.
Listen, the way Williams has gone up and high-pointed the ball all night.
Get the one-on-one with the front man fade. Taking.
And look, this is a situation here.
Rub off running inside slant and just banging it on him.
It's a situation here where on defense, if you're beat with 14 seconds to go, you tackle your guy. Because you do not want to be the guy who gives up the touchdown.
Here it is, 14 seconds left, trailing by 3. National championship on the line. Watson to the end zone. He was looking for Leggett, but there are 9 ticks of opportunity left.
Taj is taking it all. Taj is taking video right now. He wants to remember this moment, man.
Plenty of time out here.
And again, clock stops. 9 seconds. 2 more chances at least to go to the end zone right now.
Probably this will be their last chance, though, to score a touchdown.
But I would tell you this, it didn't need to be.
I believe that.
If you watched how much time they allowed to come off in the final minute, it didn't need to be.
Put in the hands.
2nd and 9. Is this the last chance before a field goal attempt? Can Watson pull it off? Can Clemson hit on the dagger?
Oh, man.
No flag.
Mike Williams.
Interference, pass interference.
There is a flag.
There is a flag. Yeah, now there is.
There is a flag.
Yep.
Flag on the play.
Can someone please tell me how that play only took 3 seconds?
I think maybe Fitzpatrick.
Pass interference. Defense, number 28.
Wow.
Foul occurred in the end zone. By rule, ball be placed at the 2-yard line. First down.
Averett, first time we've really seen him slip up a little bit tonight. And now you got, do you have 2 shots here, Taj, to go to the end zone with 6 seconds?
What do you mean? Do you have a shot at the end zone
I mean,
and then a field goal?
Do you have 2 chances or no? You only have 1 shot probably, right? You got 1 chance to the end zone.
2 yards away from glory. 2 yards between you and one of the greatest upsets to take the crown. Watson sprinting to our side, to the end zone. They did it! Hunter Renfrow right in front of us. How about that? Look at this party for Clemson right here.
Hey, at the end at some point. Tonight, 2017.
All-timer. All-timer.
Absolutely.
Classic. Classic, Tess.
Far, far better than last year. Last year was garbage time scoring at this point. That was an all-timer.
What's up, baby?
Feet away from us right now is Nick Saban as he paces with his arms folded.
Offside, defense. Jump into the neutral zone, causing the offense to react. Half the distance. decline. The penalties decline. We'll have the try.
Where was your head when you saw that Renfro from Watson? Where did your head go? Where did your heart go?
Oh, man, look. Nothing but joy over here. Nothing but joy. Barrett.
Hey, Taj.
It's a game. Nothing but joy over here.
Hey, Taj Boyd, I just want to say this to you, man. You're the guy that put the brick in this foundation. You put the brick in the foundation of what's about to happen in 1 second.
I did what I could.
So congratulations to you.
Unbelievable, man.
Joe?
They've been all out there for each other, man.
They've been waiting for a long time. 1981. The last time Clemson won a national championship. It is not easy to beat Urban Meyer and Nick Saban in the same season.
Not at all.
Let alone back-to-back in a playoff situation. And Dabo Swinney and this Clemson Tiger team on the verge of doing just that. 1 second away from history.
Hunter Renfro just finesse like it wasn't no thing. Oh, man, that's a good thing.
Look at Dabo. What are you feeling when you see Dabo go down to the ground like that? You're speechless.
Hey, that's it, man. I don't even know what to say.
You're speechless right now.
Got nothing to say for it.
Barrett, where's your head at? What obviously a great drive, what a great game, but where's your head at, man?
Well, obviously it's frustrating. You know, I just saw Ronnie Harrison coming out here talking to the referee about a lot of contact from that rub route. You know, you got to hand it to Deshaun Watson. I mean, that was one of the greatest drives I've seen considering the situation, and now they're going to try an onside kick.
The Clemson Tigers are the national champions. Mighty Bama has gone down. There is still 1 second, and Dabo's going to clear things up. What I wonder here is did the ball go 10 yards?
Yeah, I think that's the only question here.
That's what I would question here. Was the ball in play, and did it go 10 yards? I didn't see a penalty flag. Did you see a penalty flag?
I didn't see a flag fly out at any point, Tess.
So it didn't appear there was an illegal touching. If there was a recovered onside kick, then Clemson would have to take a knee here.
Yeah, with still a second to play, you want to make sure you close out the clock properly.
Well, look, this was one of the greatest Bama defenses I've ever seen. Watch them through the year. One of the greatest defenses I've ever seen in college football, period. And they had a chance with 2 minutes and 7 seconds to go. Clemson had the ball, to kind of make their case for an all-time great defense, and obviously fell short. Frustrating, but a lot of credit to Deshaun.
Well, that ball goes 10 yards.
That's 10, I think. It went right past the 45, Tess.
Yeah, that ball goes 10 yards.
Yep. That's right. That's pass before any contact.
There should be no illegal touching there.
No inhalation.
Freddie Coleman, our buddy from ESPN Radio, what a drive. That kind of signifies it.
Absolutely.
That was one of the more impressive offensive series for Clemson of the entire night against one of the, like you said, Barrett, one of the great Alabama defenses in recent memory under Nick Saban.
Yeah, I mean, if you told me that they were going to have the ball with 2 minutes to go with our defense, I would feel pretty good.
Sure.
You got to tip your cap to Deshaun Watson. Man, Mike Williams made some incredible football plays down the stretch. I mean, he went up, high pointed the ball. Like I said, good coverage. We were in the right spot. But Mike Williams is a force to be reckoned with.
I'm not sure why this is taking so long, Tess. It's been a minute and a half already for this review. I feel like you should solve this relatively quickly.
Yeah, and let's just give some perspective here. Deshaun Watson, when you put this at the end of his career, a two-time Heisman finalist, all the stats, all the glory, you're talking about one of the great college football careers we've ever seen.
Absolutely.
32 career wins, Tess, most among the active quarterbacks coming into action tonight. A guy who's the #1 dual threat quarterback out of high school, coming out of Georgia, recruited by Chad Morris, who eventually took the head coaching job at SMU.
No better way.
Wanted to play in a system like his high school system. Everybody thought he would compete for the job after you were gone, and he came in. What did you see from him when he initially came in? What have you seen from him now?
Just a hunger in him. Very composed kid. Never was loud or brash or anything of that nature. He stayed to himself. He led a different way. And ultimately, he worked, man. And he's been through some struggles in his life. So to see the point where he's at now, man, and all the things that he's accomplished, couldn't be more proud than a guy like that.
Hey, Tess, remember what he said after that Louisville game when Clemson pulled out the victory in that classic game on a Saturday night? He said, "I'm still here." All the talk was about Lamar Jackson.
Yes.
You remember it. You remember him saying, "I'm still here."
Here's
Deshaun Watson is still here.
Here's the call.
After reviewing the play, the kickers legally possess the ball beyond 10 yards. The ball belongs to Clemson with 1 second on the clock at the 46-yard line.
Clemson's going to have the moment that they've waited for. In 2008, halfway through the season, Dabo Swinney took over this program as an interim coach. Many didn't even think he would keep the job. Now, he's about to have one of the greatest wins in college football history and deny Nick Saban his attempt to tie Bear Bryant. The Clemson Tigers are a second away from being the national champs. There's going to be an unbelievable celebration. We're going to head out to the field at the moment it happens.
Yep. Going down in Death Valley right now.
I hope everybody's ready to run, because here we go. Confetti's a-flying. They're the national champs.
Let's enjoy it.
Stay with me.
Death Valley is lit tonight.
Barry, you was on this side of the things last year. We're going to get in there. Let's go, guys. Let's go, guys.
Here they are. The Clemson Tigers on top of the world.
And you got a real win over here. How you feeling, baby?
Man, it's amazing to win a natty. Hey, it's a real moment, man. We waiting on this all season. I can't even say nothing else, man.
Take the shit, baby.
I want that shit.
Congratulations, baby.
We got, Taj, we got Cordray Tankersley over here as well.
What's up, baby?
What a moment.
Hey, it's awesome, man. So happy for all of our guys, for this team. It's been a long time coming. These guys never gave up all the way to the end. Can't ask for a better finish, man. Proud of these guys.
Absolutely. Love you, man. It's exciting out here. You know, my cheeks burning over here from smiling, you guys. You think about what this team has been through, this program has been through. The guys out here competing every night, battling. Wayne Gallman over here. How's it feel, baby?
Feel great, man. Just hard work paid off. That's all I gotta say, man. I got nothing to say.
I feel it. Hey, look. I'm speechless out here.
Yeah, baby. Hey, these boys did it now. They did it.
Coach Saban is looking for Dabo Swinney.
That's your chance, baby.
All right.
Let's go.
Oh, really? That's love right here. Hey, look. This is an unbelievable group of guys right here.
How are you feeling right now?
I'm excited. Like, I don't even know what to say.
You're in the middle of this right now. Look around you.
Since 1981, they've been waiting on this thing.
You knew the history. You knew the history of the program when you got there.
Absolutely shine. Took it as far as I could take it when I was there to sort of see him take it to that next level.
Incredible scene here.
That guy right there, it's special. Special. Special scenes out here, man. This is unbelievable.
Brent Venables, defensive coordinator.
We got it done.
Came here, believe Brent Venables. Congratulations.
Hey,
how's that feel?
Oh, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. What a hell of a game.
Unbelievable game.
It was insane.
National champs, congratulations. As these coaches are still trying to get together. Saban's been walking in circles, trying to do the right thing here.
Hey.
Taj is loving this, man. Taj is right in the heart of this whole thing.
One of them hats. One of them things so swaggy. What's up, baby? Party like it's 2017 from here on out.
This is incredible to see this scene.
Absolutely incredible scene here.
What's up, baby? Thank you, baby.
Appreciate you.
This unbelievable scene right here.
Unbelievable scene down here.
All right, where's Barrett at?
and an absolutely incredible scene, an incredible night here. Taj Boyd's enjoying it. Taj Boyd's loving it. We're right in the center of it. We're right at midfield. We get to experience this with everybody else. Taj is feeling like a champion tonight, man. An incredible night. Joe Tess, Barrett Jones.
I want to remind everybody.
Take it away.
And we're going to have college football final presented by Goodyear coming up in just moments. Your final thoughts here, your final thoughts.
Obviously, it's frustrating. This is not the way we wanted it to end. Still a great Alabama football team, but you got to hand it to Clemson. We didn't lose this game, they won this game, and all the credit to Deshaun Watson.
I think that's exactly the right way to say it. It was a thrilling finish, 35-31. Deshaun Watson pulls it off. Let's get a final comment with Taj.
Last thing you're thinking about right now, man. Last thing.
It's all these players had to endure. To sit there and listen to all the naysayers, to listen to all the critics after that Pitt game this year. They said they would never get back to this point. To all the coaches that's been through so many different things in their life, and to get to this point where they came out here and came back successful with a victory, brought it back for this fan base, unbelievable.
Awesome stuff. Tess?
It was awesome stuff in the end. Both teams showing how awesome they were. 35-31. Clemson, your national champions. Now let's send it to college football final presented by Goodyear.